Okay, let me start with the basic rules. You already know that. Please keep your, okay, I'm so happy to see all the Planet Spark backgrounds. It looks beautiful. Okay, great. So keep your videos on, please. Ensure that you are properly visible on the camera. Be presentable. Please keep your water bottles, your beverages, tea, coffee, etc., so that you are hydrated and active. So everyone, welcome to day 3. The breakout rooms, Dean, right? You are already in a breakout room with me. This is an adult breakout room. The adult demo session we are going to observe in this room, and the other room is for the junior session. Okay. So it's not like you're making a choice, a final choice. It's just that you're here for an observation. So in case if you are interested in the junior observation also, you can go ahead, check in your teacher's handbook. You will get the junior demo there as well, the recorded video. I wonder why teachers are not joining. Just check once. No, it is not possible to attend both. You have to attend only one. Yes, adult means the grown-up. Yes, that is the grown-ups demo. My experience with Planet Spark. It has been it's full of experiences, I would say. Lots of things I have learned. And like it is a mixed experience, I would say. Mixed as in, it was not only that I was teaching, even I was being taught, and I was also learning in the due course. And I did not realize that how I evolved as a person. It's not like I will say all positive just because I'm an employee of Planet Spark. I'm not an employee, by the way. I'm just a freelancer, just like you all are. But yes, I have been given lots of opportunities. So I think Planet Spark is a very good platform for the teachers. Moreover, you are giving only that point of that part of your time, which for which you are available, and nobody is going to force you to do anything, right? So I think Planet Spark is an ideal platform for the teachers, especially for those who want to utilize their extra time in some or the other productive way. So that is one reason why I said this. So experience has been all good. Sometimes, some days it was like not so good as well. I have been here for 3.5 years. Not 3.5, lesser than that, almost 3 years. 3 years and plus running. See, that's a very subjective question that you have asked, Pooja. And that's like, it all depends upon your performance, how much time you give. There are teachers who are doing very well, but they have only 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours to give. They cannot give a lot of time. Of course, I would say that there are more opportunities for those who can give more time. Like now, earlier, I was not able to give the whole day. Now I'm giving more time to Planet Spark, and I have that much of time. Earlier, that ease was not there. Now I do have. So more time, more efficiency, and of course, your work is always been like appreciated. It has been acknowledged, and if your work is going well, I'm sure you have lots of opportunities. I think in the first day we shared what are the opportunities for Planet Spark teachers. Am I correct? No, it was not shared. Okay, I'll just share you the slides that were shown on the first day. Uh, it might be possible that you might have missed it, but there are lots of opportunities on the first slides, which I have, sorry, first day slide, which we had discussed. First day I was on leave. I know there was another teacher, another trainer who had taken you through. But I'll just show you what are the other opportunities as well. So you can see here, these are some of the opportunities for the Planet Spark teachers. It's not like you're only going to teach one-on-one classes. Okay, so you have practice classes. Once you're, a little older with the platform, you will start getting practice classes. You will start getting projects with the training team. You might get projects with the curriculum team if you can help out the curriculum team in developing the curriculum of Planet Spark. And of course, international exposure. I am sure this slide was shown to you. Yeah, okay. So yeah, just pay attention and you will get it. All these things are usually discussed, but it might be possible you might have missed it. So it's fine, no worries. Which room to join? Vihana, you are already there in my adult room. Junior or adult, that decision you have to make. If you want to join the junior one, you can leave this room. You will be landing on the main page, and then you can move to the junior room as well. Okay. Yeah, it was shared, right? How do we show interest in extra activities? You will be getting in between while you're working, you will be getting mails, messages, and lots of, notifications in your LMS. Keep a track of all the announcements that happen in your LMS, and you will be taken through your LMS as well. Once you're onboarded, your trainer, your OJT will be taking you through with the LMS, how to use your LMS, how to use your dashboard, how to book your leaves, how to see your payouts, etc. Okay. Great. How much time did it take to get accustomed to the curriculum? Not much. Not much. In fact, when I joined, there was a different set of curriculum. Now there is a different set of curriculum. Every day, not every day, that is true. I would exaggerate if I say so. But every 6 months or 1 year, the curriculum gets updated. And that's a very good thing. Okay, nothing can work in a stagnant position. I always believe that education is something that should, the teacher as well as the student, the course material, everything should get upskilled. So the course material was again changed. Yes, of course, there is a time frame in which there is a pilot course. First, we try out the new course, and it doesn't take a lot of time. Most of the things you all already know. I will try not to. If it's all dependent on your cooperation, Madhumita. So if you can just support me and not ask questions in between, you can keep your answers, questions, and views, opinions in the chat. And thank you, Pooja ma'am, Divya, all of you for writing in the chat section. So please keep writing in the chat section. Rather than, raising your hands and having a conversation. I'd say I don't mind in having a conversation with all of you, but then it takes a lot of time to unmute you, to listen to your voice, and then probably it's not audible. So that takes a lot of time. So it's better if I can refer to your questions here. Good morning, everyone. Okay, great. So let's welcome each other with a warm good morning, a warm winter good morning. Please keep enjoying your tea and coffee and your water. Keep yourself hydrated once again, I'm saying, because again, this is going to be a long demo observation. But yes, you have already viewed the senior demo session yesterday. So many of the things will be very similar in this session. Of course, there will be a little bit of difference, right? Okay. Always remember the success formula on your screen, both the parents, laptop, and SparkX video, which we will be discussing on day 4. Basic norms, I'll just read it out. Please be on time all the time. Participate actively, be open to learning, and take notes whenever it is required. So first thing that we have to do is we are going to observe the adult or the junior class. So as for my breakout room, it will be the adult one. And then we shall have a break. And then we are going to talk about the art of giving feedback. Okay, great. So today's objectives, very obvious. We are going to observe an adult or a junior demo. And we are going to identify enabling teachers' action as we did yesterday. Remember, we wrote in the chat section what is the body language of the teacher, how is the voice modulation, what is she saying to build relationship with the child and the parent. And second objective would be for today, mastering the skill of giving evidence-based feedback. These are the two things that we are going to discuss. So yesterday I showed this table to you all, and this table has junior, senior, and grown-ups. Okay, so we are not in the senior. Please don't get confused. Senior is different and adult is different. Many of the times teachers get confused. The senior is grade 4 to 12. Okay, 4 to 12. And grown-ups is above class 12, who come to us for basic English and presentation skills. There is no trainer there. Yes, Muskan? What happened? Please unmute yourself. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, good
Yeah.
morning, ma'am.
Good
Actually,
morning.
I went to the other room. There's nothing happening there. Everybody's on mute. Only 4 to 6 participants are there, and there's no trainer. The video is not coming off the trainer. It's just T written on that
You were on
box.
the main room. You were on the main room. You were not in the junior demo session. Junior demo session, I can see there are 51 participants there. You
Ma'am,
were you were on, yeah?
can you share any link where I can join that room?
You want to join that room?
Yeah.
You have to go back to the main room. Sukrit is there. Sukrit is one of the team member. Please ask
Okay.
Sukrit to assign you to the junior demo. I can do that, however. Your name is Muskan, right?
Yeah.
Khan. See, I'm moving you to the junior room. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Anyone else who has this issue? Okay, great. So let's begin. Senior and grown up is very, very different. Please don't be confused. Many a times we get confused. Even we make we get confused in between this senior and grown up. Sometimes I also utter senior instead of saying adult or grown up. So grown up sessions are different. Senior sessions is the one I showed you yesterday. Okay, great. So a demo class with an adult learner has different parts. One is the context setting. Second is introduction to PS skills. Third is a game that is known as Unlock Homes. And fourth is creating presentation. Now, fifth one is the final showcase. Now, can you write in the chat section, what all things do you do seem similar and what all things are different? Yes, Isha, you have a query?
Ma'am, I wanted to ask, how do we know which room to be joined? I mean, the junior one or senior one?
Your choice.
Okay, it's completely our choice.
Absolutely. And it's not like you are making a choice, a final choice here. No, you're just observing whichever you want to observe.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, great. So I'm getting some responses here. Context setting is same, perfect. 1, 2, and 5 are same. Great. And the rest 3 and 4 are different. Creating presentation seem to be new for this group. Absolutely. Kajal, Udit, Indrani, Reshma, Rashmi. Perfect. Saurabh, Shweta, Vihana, Pooja, perfect. Yes. So you can see that the context setting seems to be similar. Yes, Shagufta, you want to say something? Please write in the chat section. So let's view the part 1, that is the context setting. Let me share the sound. Not again. Give me a second, please, teachers. This has a problem. Slide. Please give me a minute, teachers. Yes. Yes, Udit, this is adult breakout room. All about adult section, yes. Not junior, not senior. Senior is done yesterday. So sorry. Some chats coming in. Reschedule the session. Rescheduling of what session? Training session? If you want to have another session at another time, you can just go to the teacher's handbook, join any other link that has been given. There are 3 links given. You can join any of the link. There is nothing to like reschedule. You don't have to inform anyone. You just join any of the links that you have. All about adult, yes. Is today's session is all about adult section? Yes, we are talking about grown-ups. If you want to join junior, you can. Oh, thank you so much, Madhumita. If you want to reschedule, no worries. You can go ahead. You don't have to do anything. You can join any other timing at any other time, whichever is like comfortable for you. One of the queries, okay. Trying to answer queries for colleagues. Oh, thank you. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Please
Hello,
confirm
hi
if the
Priyas.
video is
Hi, how
audible.
are you?
Is the video audible? Yeah, great. Perfect.
Hi, Ishita. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I think we'd spoken on phone also earlier, right? Like, I'm so glad that you could take out time for the session
Yeah,
today. So
sure.
Priyas, I see you've joined from your phone. So before we begin, can I please request you to actually join from a laptop device?
Actually, my brother is using my laptop, so I don't have a laptop. We have only one laptop at home,
Oh,
so
okay,
I'll be able to join with mobile.
got it. Is your brother attending any meeting or call from your laptop?
I'll have to check, but I don't think he'll be giving me laptop anytime soon.
Oh, okay. Would it be okay if you can just go and check? Actually, it would be so much better if we do the class on the laptop, because there would be a lot of slides that I would be showing you, and you'll have to read these slides aloud. We will be sort of preparing for a presentation, so there would be a lot of work involved. And overall, also, like all our classes would also be on a laptop, so you'll be able to experience it better. So don't worry, I'm waiting only. Maybe you can just go and check that whether your brother would be able to give you laptop right now or not. So yeah.
I'll just go and check, but I'm sure he won't give it right away. It will
Okay.
take some time.
Oh,
I'll still
that's
go and check with him once.
sure. And don't worry, if we need to reschedule, we can reschedule also. Do not worry. But I would definitely want you to join from a laptop. Don't worry. Go
Okay.
take a minute. Go and check. And like I'll wait for you. Don't worry.
Sure. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You're back.
Hi, Ishita.
Yes. Hi, Priyas.
Yes. So sorry, but the fact is, I checked with my brother. He's not on a call or something, but the
Okay.
battery of the laptop is so dead, and I
Okay.
don't have charging near me anyway. It's okay with phone. I'm fine with the phone. Let's do it on the call itself.
Okay. So it's okay. You can also move to some other place. See, like again, I'll share that why am I asking? I know you would be like, why is Ishita asking you again and again to join from a laptop? But it would be just a better experience for you. And whenever we are going to check for any service or a product, you always want to see and get the best experience of the same, right? So I do not want that like due to just from being from a phone that our experience should be hampered in any way. So if you could just like go to the other room where there is a charging point, do not worry, I'll wait for you. You can take easily 2 to 3 minutes set up for yourself. I'm here only. Yeah.
Okay, let me check. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's okay. You can drop off from your phone and then join again.
Got it. Sure.
Thank you.
Right. So this was the first video where the student or the learner, I would say, he had joined from a laptop. Sorry, he had joined from a mobile phone. And now the teacher is trying to do the same thing as she did yesterday. She is trying to convince the learner to join from the laptop. Now, convincing an adult learner, trust me, it is easier as compared to a child or the parent of a student, like a student who is a teenager, right? So in that case, because the person, the learner has come to us for learning presentation skills, and for learning presentation skills, you obviously need a laptop. Without a laptop, it's very difficult to go about learning how to present yourselves, right? And that's the first and foremost thing which is required for an adult learner, right? Okay, so for an adult learner, it won't be a very big difficulty to convince him or her for joining from a laptop. Okay. So first video was about setting of expectations, laptop, and of course not both the parents. What do you think? Do we need both the parents in an adult demo? Yes? No? No. Right. For the grown-ups, we don't need both the parents. We just need the grown-up, the adult learner in the session, and that's it. And then welcome to the class and get to know each other, which I think we have not seen. I'll just share it with you.
All right. Priyas, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Just a second.
Oh, okay. I could just see the virtual background. That's why. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. I know it might have been a bit of trouble, but I'm sure I can promise you that you would have a great experience also now. You'll be able to make the most of the session. Yeah. It just helps to be on the bigger screen. I can also see you properly. You'll be able to see the slides properly and read out properly. So yeah, great.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so allow me to start sharing my screen. Are we all set up? All good? Have you connected your laptop with the charger?
Yes, I have like arranged somewhere.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. Okay. Great. Okay. So yes, so this was something that we have already done. That we always want our learners to join from laptop because the demo's experience is best. The experience is best from a laptop device. And yeah, I hope that you have a quiet environment around you, less no distraction, so that you can focus completely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yes, so welcome Priyas. Welcome officially to your first Planet Spark class about delivering a stellar presentation. Okay. So Priyas, what do you think a stellar presentation means?
I have no idea.
Okay. What do you think the word presentation is about? Like, have you heard about presentations or given any presentations in the past?
I have given presentations. I know about presentations. Whenever you are willing to deliver an idea to someone in a much more graphical sense, or in a sense that everyone can understand easily, that is something that is a presentation.
Perfect. Perfect. Absolutely correct, Priyas. And what do you think the word stellar means?
Well structured, maybe. I'm just venturing a guess. I don't know.
Okay, no worries. So yes, so it definitely means something that is really, really good, right? Like something that is amazing. So today, my promise to you is that towards the end of this class, you will be able to deliver a stellar presentation. That means a remarkably well structured and really good presentation on a topic that you will be choosing. Okay?
Got it.
So that's why we are here today. And let me quickly introduce myself. I know I have shared a bit about myself over the phone call, but let me just quickly introduce a bit more. So my name is Ishita, and I'm going to be your learning buddy. Okay, so we are going to, of course, I'm your friend, a friend who's going to help you learn, or we together, both of us would be learning. And I've also transformed. Sorry, yes, Priyas, you were saying something?
I'm just saying, okay, I'm just nodding.
Okay, okay, all right. And I have transformed around 20 individuals on Planet Spark platform alone into leaders by making them confident communicators. Other than that, I have also been an educator for around 7 years now. I have taught adults, I have taught students across a different contexts, helping them achieve their personal goals and everything. So yeah, I'm really looking
Got it.
forward to, yeah, yes, thank you. And I'm really looking forward to this experience with you. So now that you know a little bit about me, I would want you to also, share a bit about yourself. Right now, I do know that you are working at a company and you have a little bit of work experience, but it would be helpful if you can tell me a bit more. And can you see my screen?
I
Yeah,
can.
you can,
Yeah.
right? There are some few sentences over here. You can also use these sentences to give your introduction.
Got it.
Please go ahead.
Cool. I'll start. So my name is Prayas Bhavalkar.
Mhm.
Currently, I'm working as a program associate at Growth School.
Okay.
It's a startup based out of Bangalore.
Mm-hmm.
We deal
Okay.
mostly in upskilling, like very similar what Planet Far does,
Mm-hmm.
but we have like a technical sense to upskilling people
Okay.
into the growth or marketing or something like those verticals.
Okay.
I have around almost 2 rounds of experience,
Mm-hmm.
2
Okay.
years of experience,
Okay.
and I wish to pursue my career forward as a growth leader in that where I'm contributing to the revenue growth or
Okay.
customer base growth of the company via be it like product led or marketing led. That is something that I wish to aspire to be.
Amazing.
In my free time, I like to I like cycling a lot. I listen to music. Uh, I play various instruments, so that is something I do. I
Wow.
like reading fictional books. So
Amazing.
that is something that I do in my free time.
Okay.
And being an engineer, I feel like I have a natural sense of problem solving, so that is something I do a lot. I play chess. I like solving puzzles and stuff. That is something I do.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, Priyas, for sharing all of that. So you're already working at your dream company. It looks like you're working at Growth School, and you said you want like something in your career that where you
Yeah,
can lead product overall and
right.
contribute to revenue growth. That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And you mentioned that you can solve a lot of puzzles.
I can. Yes,
Amazing. Have you like solved Rubik's Cube?
I do. I have around like 6 sets at my home, so I do that.
Oh wow, I love solving Rubik Cube, but unfortunately I've never been able to set any record. I always take my own time to solve the Rubik Cube and everything. So maybe something that I can learn from you about solving puzzles.
Sure, sure, sure.
Great. So Priyas, tell me what brings you here? Like what made you, like register for this class? Uh, what are you looking forward to that can help you achieve your career goal?
Got it. So for the like past few months or so, I have been going through lots of interviews, right? And given the fact that I am at a stage in my career where like getting to the right path is very necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And in that sense, I guess when you're able to communicate your craft very well to the interviewer, that helps a lot. So
Got
over
it.
my interviews, I've had some rejections as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I like when I introspected, I went through my recordings of the interviews. I saw that communication is a factor that I can much improve upon, so
Absolutely.
that I can like whatever I have done so far, whatever I aspire to be, whatever my skills is that is something that present well to the communicate well to the interviewer.
Right.
So that is something that brings me to Planet Spark, the communication skill part.
Got it. Got it. Understood. So I totally agree to that. Like the moment we are able to communicate ourselves better in front of others, especially in these setups, interview setups, right? It's so important because you have just say sometimes 30 minutes of time or 45 minutes
Right.
of time. And we have to show to the other person, to the interviewer that, hey, we are worth or we can really do well at this role or in this job or something.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's true. Amazing. Great. So I really like that, you are already aware of what you want to work on, what you need to work on. So that's great. So you are hoping that you're basically doing some interviews right now and you're switching your role, right? Is that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Well, all the best for that. And I'm actually not hoping. I'm very sure that, these classes would help you bring you closer to your goal. Yeah.
Great. Great. That's what I'm hoping as well.
Yes. Great. So let's move forward. So for this entire class.
Okay, so this was the second part rather, where the teacher welcomes the learner and the basic introduction happens. In the beginning, first thing was setting of expectations, joining from a laptop, and then introduction, welcoming the student, the learner into the class. Let me share my screen. Yes, so this one we have already done, and that is the introduction part. And the last part was sharing the norms. We were almost about to view that. We play this. Yes.
For this entire class, Riyaz, there are two norms that I would want you to keep in mind at all times, okay? Can you please
Okay.
read out the first one on the left side?
Speak up, ask, share.
Yes, what do you think this means?
I need to speak a lot in these sessions. It's not just you telling things.
Correct, absolutely, yes. So I would want you to, speak up. This is not at all a teacher-led session, I would say. This is the place
Okay.
where we will be having a lot of interaction, right? Especially you mentioned about interviews, and today in these times, interviews have also turned into conversation. Yeah, so
True.
I would want you to ask questions wherever you have not understood, or maybe you are just curious about learning something new, right? And also share wherever you feel that you already know something, please do go ahead and share. Okay, you can keep yourself off mute at all times. Only two of us are there in the class, so there's no need to even put yourself on mute. You can just share whenever an idea is coming to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And can
Can
you
you give me one quick second? I'll just adjust my laptop a bit.
okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right, should I begin?
Yeah, thank you.
Begin. Okay, so the second norm, could you please read that as well?
High energy, use hands, face, eyes, and voice at all times.
Correct. Yes. So I know it's quite late at night, and I'm sure like you're working, so you would have a hectic day as well. But to make the best of this class, I would want you to be highly energetic, okay, at all times. And how we can do that is the more we use our hands, like, when I'm speaking, I'm using my hands to show some gestures. Use your complete face. So give your expressions using your face, your eyes, and your active voice. Okay, that's how we'll be energetic today. Yeah.
I'll try my best.
Thank you. Okay, and another thing to remember, whenever you feel you have understood something, you can hear me properly, there will be some videos that we will be playing, just give me a thumbs up. And if you feel you have not understood what I'm trying to say, you have a question or anything, you can show me a thumbs down. I'll understand that.
Right. So this was the sharing of norms. Now you tell me, what were the questions or what were the instructions which were given to the learner by the teacher, which were different from a child's demo, which were different from the demo that we viewed yesterday? Yes, Udit? In video course assessment, we have not covered junior demo in details already, as we have completed that yesterday. What we did yesterday was not junior, it was senior. It was not junior. Little more formal, parents are not needed. Very good, Sabira. We were interacting with the parents as well yesterday. Yes, here we are not supposed to, we don't need to interact with the parents. Parents are not involved. Almost similar, yes. What was similar was, I think, the context setting. The similar thing was setting of expectation of a laptop. And the second thing was, getting to know more about the learner, talking with the learner, making the learner feel more comfortable in the class, and sharing one's own personal experiences, right? Okay. The difference was the energy in a child's demo was very, very different than the energy in the adult learner demo, right? The energy was very high, very enthusiastic, very chirpy, bubbly kind of interaction. But here it was a little more formal, a little more professional. And also the teacher tried to match the vibe of the learner. Okay. The learner was not opening up very much. So the teacher tried as much as possible to make him speak. Right. Understanding the why. of doing the session with Planet Spark. Okay. Now, one more thing which was different here was there were more targeted questions which were thrown to the learner. Like, what is, why have you planned to join Planet Spark? What is your reason to come to Planet Spark, right? So there were more targeted questions as compared to a child's demo. In a child's demo, we basically ask the expectations of the parents. But here, the learner needs to express his own interest. Why is he here in Planet Spark? Yes, and expectation setting of expectations. It was a little friendly. She also said to the learner that I'm not going to be a trainer or an instructor. Rather, I'm going to try to be a friend who helps you learn something new, right? So similarities were setting of expectation, introduction, follow-up questions, sharing of personal experiences. Those things were very similar. For difference, there was a difference in the energy, the enthu level of the trainer as compared to the senior demo. Yeah. For senior, what are the age groups? Aisha. Aisha, you were there from the very beginning? Yes? No, maybe? Are you all able to unmute yourself? Aisha, you can unmute yourself. Did I show you this slide? Yeah.
Ma'am, actually, I was my internet was not working.
Okay. Did
I
you
was
see
not
this one?
able to join.
Okay.
Yes,
Today
ma'am.
you might not have seen. Yesterday you might have seen this one,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
right? So senior is 4 to 12. Grown up is basic English and presentation skills. And junior is 1 to 3.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Let's move on to the part number 2, and that is introduction to PS skills. Any more questions here, teacher? Any question? Yes, Pooja ma'am. Please go ahead.
Hi, good morning, ma'am. I was just wanting this clarification. Like you asked us to do the video course assessment yesterday, so that covered the whole of the junior demo, no?
Yes, the whole of the junior demo.
Yeah, so then we don't need to see it again because we've already done that in detail and answered the questions, right?
But that was not the exemplar video, ma'am.
Acha.
The exemplar video is a little different.
Okay, but we need to see that also.
It will be good if you see that.
It will be similar, right?
Yes, yes, it will be similar, but there are lots of differences there because probably the video that you saw yesterday, a lot of the things were not appropriate.
Perfect.
Like there was no background. This teacher was not sitting in an environment which was
Right.
which has
That's
to
right.
be professional.
Yes.
So all
Yes.
those things were the problems.
And
So
also, yesterday in that assignment, below assignment, there was some form which you had to fill in question number 4. But I was not able to do that because of some technical glitch. Is that okay?
yeah, it's absolutely fine. You can just mail it, not mail it, sorry. You can just use the support link whenever you are not able to access or you're not able to do something, just write it in the support section of your teacher's handbook.
We'll do
Okay.
that. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. So this is introduction to PS skills, very similar to what we did yesterday in the senior demo. Let's watch.
As I was telling you in the beginning, right, that today I will be teaching you easiest way to deliver a convincing presentation, a presentation where, you know, if you want to convince an audience to hear your idea or to get to, or just, you know, get excited about what you want to say, then that's what we'll be learning today. And in just 3 steps. Yeah, are you excited to learn these 3 steps? Okay, I can
That's a
see.
first.
Yes, I can see you smiling, and I feel like definitely we can go ahead then. So yes, so I think
Yeah.
we are not going to have a monotonous class over here. Okay, we are going to do a lot of activities, and this is how all our classes are also designed. So let's start with
Okay.
the first activity.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So can you read out the name of this game or activity?
Let us play emotional request.
Emotional request, and there are some images on the right hand side. What do you think
Yeah.
this game could be about?
Maybe understanding expressions,
Yes,
finding clues through the expressions.
Okay, very close. Yes, so definitely it's about something to do with your expressions, your what kind of faces do we make and everything. Let me give you further instructions.
Okay.
So I will be showing you certain sentence or a statement. Okay, and then there will be an emotion also listed here. There.
Got
You will have to speak the sentence using that emotion. And while you do that, what are we going to do? Can you read the second instruction, please?
Use your hands, face, and voice to show that emotion. Got it.
Yeah, so you have to use your hands, your face, your voice to show that emotion. Okay. All right. Let me do one example. Okay. I'll share one example and then you can do the rest. So this
Yeah.
is the statement and I have to speak this in happy emotion. Okay.
Okay.
Statement is I have been stuck in traffic for past 5 hours. Okay. All right. So I'll share first. I have been stuck in traffic for last 5 hours. Okay. So what do you think? Was I too happy about being stuck in traffic?
Yeah. It's like you love being stuck in traffic.
Exactly. So you see what we are doing here? We have to
Got
use
it. Yeah.
all of our face, our hands, our voice to express that emotion. Okay?
Got it.
Alright.
Got it.
So you ready for your sentence? Next
Yeah.
sentence?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
Okay.
Sad emotion.
Okay. Hooray! I finally got promoted in my job.
Well done. Nice. I could see you using your hand, covering your face, and just like lowering your voice. That grave, dull voice. Very nice. All right. Ready for more?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I just love relaxing by the beach.
This was so much better than the previous one, Prayas. It's like, making that fist, clenching your jaw. That's really nice. Well done. Anyone would believe that, yes, you are so angry about just relaxing by the beach.
I actually hate beaches, so I guess that's
Oh,
natural.
so it was natural. Okay. Amazing. Okay, next one. Confused, emotion.
Okay.
Mhm.
I will definitely eat Chinese for dinner today.
Nice. And you saw what we did here, right? There's a definitely, but we are also confused. But I really like how you
Yeah.
make that gesture and also make that sound of that adds on the effect, right? So very good. Well done, Prayas. That was definitely an emotional performance. Yeah. You were able to display different kinds of emotion, be it sad, or angry and the confused one. So well done.
So yes, this was very similar to yesterday's, isn't it? The emotional request games. Okay, yeah, let me come forward. Yeah. Yes, I can. So this is where the teacher started with the activity. Very same. Here only the difference was the parents were not there. Only the learner has to play the game. At every point in time, you have to keep appreciating and acknowledging the efforts which are being put by the learner. Yes, Chaitanya, she engaged him in such a manner. He loves to do the activities. Now you might have seen that the learner is opening up a little bit, right? This we have to play for all the levels, ma'am. No, Mansi, it is there in the senior one and it is there in the adult one. It's not there in the junior one. The junior one has a very nice game for the children. So that's even more interesting. So let me come back. So the first part of introduction to PS skills, start with the activity, right? Next.
And I think what did you learn from this activity? Before I share, I would want you to share that, what stood out from this activity to you?
I guess, like given the fact that the statements were very like opposite from what the emotion was, so I guess like the fact like what we learn is like if it was a natural sentence, that is very natural, like comes naturally. But I guess I learned is like even whatever the sentence is, you can dwell it in a particular emotion that you do.
Exactly. And what do you think the person who's going to watch you, especially let's say the example of angry statement that you said, right? Like I love relaxing by the beach, the way you said it. The one listening to you, would that person focus on your words or more on your expression?
I guess more on expressions.
Yes, exactly, Priyas. Thank you so much for sharing that. And this is exactly what is today's Spark tip, Spark confidence tip. So the language that we are speaking, right? If you refer to this image over here, that's just the tip of it, right? Tip of the iceberg. But if we want to really convey our message to someone, in that case, what we need is our entire like verbal language as well as the non-verbal language, which is actually our body language, right?
Got
And what all did you use in your body language? You use your
hands,
hands, your
face,
face, and even your eyes.
eyes, right,
You also used your teeth, in fact. You were like sort of, as if like you were pressing your
clenching material, right.
clenching your jaw, yeah. So yeah, that's how you just showed your body language. And yeah, that conveys your confidence, your belief in your point, and also adds depth to your message. Yeah.
Got it.
Now, a question for you. I know you have sort of shared a bit about this initially when you shared why you are here, but I would want to ask you in general, why do you think these skills, or that body language, confidence, using an effective voice, are important skills to have or to learn?
I guess the fact is, like, in today's world, there's lots of competition. Only the technical skills or the work experience that you do is not like almost everyone has similar work experience, similar good education. That is very common nowadays. What sets you apart is how well is someone able to convince the person who is listening to you, or maybe make him understand that yes, you are something that is worth putting in. So
Absolutely.
that is something that brings confidence in your speech, very important.
Perfect.
Yes. So this is the DB
And I think
activity. So sorry. This is the basic debriefing of the activity where you asked for the learner's opinion that why do you think that these skills are so important? And also you debrief the activity that why is this activity so significant? Because of, the body language, how you present it, that is more important than what you speak. I hope you all remember the Mehrabian rule, right? The 7:38:55 rule. Yes? No? Maybe? Yeah, okay, great. I get some thumbs ups. Okay, wonderful. So the third part is the unlock homes. Now, can you guess something from the name itself? Very, it's very simple. Unlock Holmes, anyone? Sherlock Holmes, okay. So it's something related to finding out some mystery, right? Okay. So yes, it is actually a small game, detective game, Detective Holmes, okay. Mystery finding, okay, fine. So basically here, there will be some sentences or statements which will be given, and there will be few options which will be, acting as evidences to support the statement. You have to choose the best statement, not you, the learner. So the learner has to choose the best evidence which has been provided. Okay, so let's start.
Now this game is called Unlock Holmes. Where do you think this game is coming from? Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes, correct. Who's a detective, right? So
Right.
you will now be also a detective. Can you wear your detective hat? Let's just make our detective hat. Come on.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So now you're wearing your detective hat. Okay. And what we have to do is, here are the instructions. Can you please read out the 2 points under instructions?
Okay. You will given a statement.
You will be given, sorry about that. You will be given a statement. Yeah.
Okay. Find the best proof to support the statement. Got it.
Yeah. So there would be one statement, and then I'll give you 3 options as its proof. And you have to find the best proof that supports that statement. All right.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Let's try. So yes. So the first statement is employees should get paid for sleeping in the office. So let me do this as an example for you. Okay.
Okay.
Of how I'm thinking, and then you can do the next one. So okay.
Sure.
So saying that employees should get paid for sleeping in the office. Now the option 1 says, I want this policy because who doesn't like sleeping? Okay, not really a good proof. A good point, but not really a good proof. Then second option, I think sleeping should be encouraged since it helps people in dreaming, and a person who can dream big can achieve bigger heights. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see the third one.
I really like your prompts though.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, let's look at the third one.
Yeah.
According to a 2015 study in the Journal of Psychology and Psychiatry, sleep could directly impact the behavior of an individual, including memory, cognition, and performance. Okay, well, now that sounds something like a well-researched evidence. So what I will choose the option 3. Do you agree with me or disagree with me?
I guess I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, and why do you
But
think?
still, what I feel is like that is a general sleep. Like it is something that is researched for sleep. I don't know how that is related very well to why should you get paid for sleeping in the office. That's
Interesting.
something
Very
I'm
good
still
point.
not.
Good point, actually. So maybe if we could have added more details or some point around sleeping in office particularly,
Office,
that would have been a best proof
Yeah.
of evidence.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Prayas, for that. Like, I think I can take that feedback and discuss it with my team as well. Thank you. But yeah, like I think among the three options, option 3 right now is the best suited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's how we are going to play this game, right? So now I'm going to show you 2 sentences, and for each you'll be doing the same activity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready? Okay. Okay. So yes, we have done this one.
Okay, so this is the Sherlock Holmes game, the Unlock Holmes, where you will be given a statement. The learner will be given a statement, and there will be 3 evidences. Now, in this activity, what happened here? The teacher, the trainer tried to guide the learner to find out the best possible evidences. Oh, it would have been wonderful if we had been like if we were being paid for sleeping in the office, but unfortunately, that's not the case. So yes, here basically the activity was conducted. You just have to follow the slide which has been given to you. Here, she also tried to ask the learner, and the learner also gave his own opinion, right? He said that I can see that it is talking about sleep, but I don't understand why has it been related to sleeping in office, because it doesn't talk about sleeping in office. So he gave his opinion, and the teacher took it very positively. Another point for you to note that as teachers, we should be open to learning as well, isn't it? There will be some opinions, some ideas, some comments from the learner side as well, which you should be open to listen, and we should accept it, admit it. Yes, there was something missing there. So I think we can go ahead and make those changes. So that's a good gesture from the teacher's side. So this was the first part where the teacher has conducted the activity with the learner. Now the second part is
A 2-day work week should be made mandatory in corporates.
Yes. And yes, these are your 3 options. You can maybe take a
Can I
minute.
read this in my mind itself?
Sure.
Yes,
Yes,
okay.
please take a minute, read these, and then tell me which one do you think would be the best evidence.
I guess option 2 is the correct one.
Okay. And what makes you say that? Why do you think so?
It has some factual information. It seems like it's a research-based outcome.
Absolutely. You are absolutely correct, Prayas. Very good. So yes, you're definitely good at solving puzzles. You have unlocked Holmes. And yes, you're right. Why this is the best evidence? Because it has a factual evidence, right? Like 40% increase in productivity. And it's a well-researched point. They took a sample data from Microsoft Japan's offices, and that's when they did the entire study and then gave this factual evidence. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would want you to now, remember this activity because we'll be using this further when you'll be making your own presentation. Okay. So let's keep this activity in our mind. But yes, I have to say that was really a rational performance. You helped me out in solving my first statement.
So this was the rest of the activity. Nothing was, but the second statement that has been given. So I think there are 2 or 3 statements in the adult demo PPT. What you can do is, it would be very, very good if you can go ahead and check the PPT which has been provided to you in the teacher's handbook. Okay. So this is the Unlock Holmes, and here she debriefed the activity, let the learner follow the instructions, and then find out the best evidence for this given statement. Part number 4, creating presentation.
To a point where, I had made you a promise, right? So we will be learning how to make a
This part, I would like to pause it here itself. This part will be a little different from the rest of the parts from the previous demo also that we viewed. So in the 4th part, you must be remembering, we did the writing of presentation or writing of speech. What is writing of speech? We followed a structured approach towards writing a speech, and that structured approach had ethos, pathos, and logos, right? The EPL approach. Here also, we are going to follow a similar structured approach, wherein we have introduction, we have the body, and the conclusion. The whole speech or the whole presentation is divided into 3 main parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. Introduction has 2 parts. One is the hook statement and the thesis statement. The body has again two parts, that is the argument and the evidence, and conclusion again has two parts, that is summary and plea. Now here you would see there are 4 videos. So I am just trying to prepare you for this because there are 4 different videos. First part is to make the learner know about what the activity is going to be. When she starts with the introduction, the body and the conclusion, you will see there is a proper pattern which has been followed. And the pattern is there is an activity, then there is a video, an exemplar video, which we show the learner, and then we ask the learner to give his own speech. That particular part of the speech, not the whole one, only the introduction. After the body we complete, he has to give the body, and after the conclusion, he has to speak the conclusion. So let's begin. Before this, absolutely, yes, very nicely written, Mansi. So before I start this, I want to ask you one question, that in the previous video that we saw, what questions did the teacher ask which helped her to understand that the learner was thinking? In the previous video, which I showed you about
Deliver a convincing
about introduction to PS skills. Sorry, Unlock Holmes. When she was debriefing the activity, when the learner was trying to give the answers, what were the questions that the teacher asked to the learner, which helped her understand that the learner was thinking? So where was she trying to ensure that the learner is thinking? Let's write in the chat section. Holmes comes from, okay. Focusing on factual data. What is the game? Hiba, what is the game? I'm sorry. Did you see the game? Oh, okay. Asking what is the game? I'm so sorry. I misunderstood. Asking questions. What kind of questions? Because when you are going to take the demo, even you are going to ask those questions. So what question would you like to ask to the learner so that you know that, okay, fine, he's thinking now. The teacher asked which one is the correct option and his opinion. Okay, very good. From name, what it can be. So that was in the beginning. About more into research and factual based. Okay. Open-ended questions. Employees should be paid for sleeping. Learners understand and solve the mystery well. How? How does she make sure? Ah, yes. Perfect. I got the answer from Reshma. She asked that, do you agree with the option? So what she did was, in the first video that I showed you, there was a statement, employees should be getting paid for sleeping in the office, right? She gave all the 3 options. Now, out of those options, she said that, okay, fine, as of now, option 3 looks to be the most appropriate, right? Now, do you agree to this? She could have just went to the next slide and she could have continued with the presentation. But what did she do instead? She asked the learner, do you agree or disagree? On which the learner gave his own opinion. That makes sure for a teacher, it is always important to understand that the learner is thinking and he is, constantly making some, decisions in his mind, whatever you are trying to impart. It should not be only one way. I'm teaching and not asking questions from you. How will I know whatever I'm teaching you are understanding the same? Right? Also, yes, very nicely written, Rohit. She tried to solve the first one for the learner so that he understands and then he can continue with the activity. So that's a good observation. If he liked solving puzzles, right? Okay, that was in the beginning, Madhumita, not this one. I'm talking about the Unlock Holmes activity. She asked his opinion. Okay, how is he sure about the option he has chosen? Okay, perfect. I think by doing this way, you are developing problem solving in the future. Okay. Yes, problem solving. That's one reason why we do this. Also, critical thinking. Critical thinking is very important, especially in the learners, and we need to understand what level they are in, right? Great. So we will start now with creating presentation. There are 4 parts here. First, introduction to the activity, introduction to how presentation can be created, what are the different parts of a presentation, and then going into the different parts of the presentation. So first video is introduction. Second video is, no, the first video is debriefing, I would say. Second video is introduction. Third video is the body. Fourth video is the summary. Okay, let's begin.
To a point where, we will be, I had made you a promise, right? So we will be learning how to make deliver a convincing presentation just in 3 steps. Now for that, of course, we need a topic, right? So these are the 2 topics in front of you. The left one says, companies should go back to work from office. And the right one says, work from home is the future of work. Which one would you want to choose?
I guess the first one, companies should go back to work from office.
First one, are you also working from office?
Yes, I
Oh, that's why. Okay. So you would not want to continue to work from home?
don't think so. It's like very boring at home.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. So great. So you have chosen your topic. You are opting for companies who should go back to work from office. Now, the 3 steps that I was talking about are that, first we build out the introduction of the presentation. Second, we work on the body of the presentation. And third, we work on the conclusion part. Yeah. So these are the 3 steps. And we are going to work on each step here for your topic, which is that companies should go back to work from office. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So she started to give an idea about how to create presentation. So this was the first part where she gave a little bit of idea what are the different parts of a presentation. Now she will start with the first part of the presentation, and that is introduction.
Make a really good introduction using a fun game. Okay. So you'll be given a topic on the next slide, and I would want you to select the introduction that grabs your attention or hooks your attention. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So yeah. So can you read out the first sentence, please?
Communication skills are important to succeed in life.
And these are the 3 options. I would want you to read aloud all the 3 options, please. And then we'll think that which one is the best introduction, best hook for us.
You want me to read them aloud? Or can I read it in my mind?
Read them aloud, please. Yeah. Thank you.
So good morning, everyone. Presentation on the topic, importance of communication skills.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a secret weapon that top managers and entrepreneurs use to get ahead in business and in life? Yes, it is. And the other one is communication is the ability to convey information to others in a clear and concise manner. Okay. Yes. I guess the second option grabs the most of my time.
Second one. And why is that? Why do you think it will grab attention or, really make your audience interested?
I guess the first one is very like traditional approach to giving out the introduction.
Yes.
A very like plain introduction. Second one is something that is kind of a hook question.
That's true. Yes, that's absolutely correct, right? So let me just show you also. So yes, so can you see that hook symbol also above option 2, right? So that's true, right? You rightly mentioned that, when we could just start with this question that is there a secret weapon that top leaders, managers, and entrepreneurs use to get ahead in business and in life? In that case, you're sort of like making your audience also excited that, oh, like what is a secret weapon that he's going to now talk about, right? And that's where their interest would spike, we just pique their curiosity. So yes, so that would be the best hook. And followed by that, there are 2 lines written below. Can you read those 2 lines as well?
Okay. So today I would like to present my views on why communication skills are important to succeed in life.
Exactly. And that's when you club that line, those 2 lines, that's when your introduction is complete, right? Okay.
Got it.
Let's look at one more example.
Okay.
Personal
branding is important for growth.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read out the options as well?
Okay, it's okay. This time you can read it in your own mind.
Sorry. Yeah. So this was the introduction part.
I guess option 1 is the most.
Sorry.
Okay, and why is that?
Did it start playing again? No, we are in the second one, right?
Starts with an example, so
Yeah.
people connect more, I guess.
Yes, exactly. It starts with an example, right? People will be able to connect to Aman Gupta, especially after Shark Tank.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've heard about Shark Tank or not.
I have.
You have, right? So after Shark Tank, Aman Gupta has become very popular. He's the board founder. So, just referring to someone who's already successful also helps. And taking
Right.
the person's example and then coming to the point, right? And can you read out
Mhm.
again the 2 lines at the bottom of the slide, please?
Okay. So I would like to present my view on why personal branding is important for growth.
Correct, right? So you're absolutely correct. The first one is the best hook amongst these all, because it will be able to build a connect with the audience very quickly, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I think I'll
Yeah.
skip the third one. So yes, very striking performance. I was also hooked to your performance. And what we did just now was understand that what are the parts of an introduction, right? So an introduction actually has 2 parts. Can you read out what are these 2 parts?
A hook and a thesis.
Correct, right? So a hook is something that grabs attention, right? Whereas what is a thesis? Can you read that out?
Statement that tells the main point of the presentation.
Exactly. Can you tell me what was the thesis statement that you saw in both the slides for personal branding? Yeah,
The 2 lines that we, I guess, read the last.
absolutely right. So while say for the first one, communication skills are important to succeed in life, while option 2 was the hook, the 2 lines that followed it now shared the thesis, right? That we are going to talk about communication skills today. Yeah, in a
Got it.
very
Yep.
brief, crisp manner. So every introduction has 2 parts. Which are these 2 parts, Prayas? First one,
A hook and a thesis.
and thesis. Amazing. Okay, great. So I think we have understood this, have we? Yeah. All right. Okay. So now what we will be doing.
This part was the activity. Okay. So here, very nicely written by Saurabh. Yes, the judgment is all based on lots of activities which are given, right? So here in the activity, in the first activity, there were lots of options which were given to the learner, and the learner has to choose one of the options, and he himself will agree that, okay, this is the one which grabs the maximum attention of the listeners, right? There might be options, there might be a point of time where the learner chooses a different option. Okay, say for example here Aman Gupta, he does not choose. In that case, what will you do as a teacher? Anyone who would like to tell me? You can raise your hands if you want. Yes, Pooja ma'am, please go ahead.
We will try to convince him that every time if you have some example, data, or some fact, that will catch the attention of the listeners rather than typical statements which are just stating the plain facts.
Perfect. Absolutely. So what Pooja ma'am says is that we will be guiding through the learner, that why is a particular option a good option and why the other one is not, right? So for example, when you are showing this slide where all the 3 options are given, in this slide, the learner does not know. Now, say for example, learner chose option number 3. Okay. And he says, according to me, option 3 is good. Now, as a trainer, as a teacher, you know that option 1 is better. Now, how will you guide him through? You will first tell him that, okay, why do you think, first ask, why do you think that option 3 is the best option? Do you find any factual informations? Because in the just before this, we were sharing option number 2, that was communication skills are important to succeed in life, right? So in option number 2, okay, so this is not evidence, this is a hook. Now in hook, you can see there is a question. Okay, is there a secret weapon top leaders, managers, and entrepreneurs use to get ahead in business and in life? This is a rhetorical question which grabs the attention. First one you have already shown, but in case if the learner chooses option 1 or option 2, you just have to tell him that if you choose good morning everyone, you tell me, will it be grabbing attention? Everyone in the school, from a school student class 3 student, he also says the same thing. Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to give a speech on this topic. What different are you doing? How are you making yourself different, look different from others, isn't it? And why would people listen to you? There has to be one reason. And that is the reason why we can use some rhetorical questions in hook statement, or probably we can use some incident or an example so that we can get the attention of the listeners, so that we can tell the listeners that, okay, now you need to listen to me, right? Great.
So yes, so can you?
So after this is the Madhavan speech. I'll quickly go to that part.
Due to the stress you
In a
Got
very
it. Yep.
brief, crisp manner.
Yeah, so this was
So
the
every introduction has two parts. Which are these two parts, Prayas? First one,
A hook and a thesis.
and thesis. Amazing. Okay, great. So I think we have understood this, have we? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So now what we will be doing, we'll be also watching a video where R. Madhavan was giving a speech at Harvard Business School. Do you know who is R. Madhavan?
I know, yeah.
No, who is he?
He's an actor.
He's an actor. That's right? He's a fabulous actor, very experienced, a veteran, basically. And he was giving a speech at Harvard Business School about India at 2030. So while I'm going to say this speech, I would want you to, identify the hook and thesis from what he's saying. Yeah. All
Yep.
right. Okay. Let me know if you are able to hear the speech, the video.
due to the stress you
Oh, sorry, my bad. All right. Let me just share my screen again. Sorry about that.
First of all, thank you very much for having me here at the Inspire series. It's worked dramatically. I'm already inspired to be addressing this really august intellectual gathering of people from Harvard, a place that my mother thought I will never reach. But you know what? A lot of people have spoken before me and eloquently and described their dreams for India and given figures and facts that either are skeptical and, like Mr. Wilbur says, aspirational. But I'm just an actor, and I'm going to just give you my dream shamelessly, because that's the thing that I can do best. And by that I mean, when we talk of dreams, we have one of our greatest scientists and philanthropists, Dr. Abdul Kalam, and he said something which is very interesting. He said, dreams are not what you have when you sleep. The true dreams are the ones that don't let you sleep. He said that when you have that dream once, it's a dream. When you have it twice, it becomes a desire. And when you see it for the third time consecutively, it becomes a passion, an aim, and a goal. And that is the passion with which I want to see this fantasy that I have for India 2030. And Abraham Lincoln also was a dreamer. And, but he said.
All right. I think I'll pause here. Yes. So what do you think in a speech, which part was the, the hook?
So I guess the hook part was when he, I guess there were two hooks in the video. First one was when he mentioned himself as an actor, and the first part when he addressed the school. The second one, I guess, was the reference of Dr. Abdul Kalam.
Correct.
And his statement that he used a lot about the dreams.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me go back to the slides and let's see if you've been able to mention it correctly. So yes, definitely the second part that you mentioned, right? Like, of course, the first part was also a part of introduction, but he was just like setting up the stage and everything.
Right.
But the moment he talks about, APJ Abdul Kalam's quote about dreams and that they don't let you sleep and everything, that was the hook he used, right?
Yeah.
And with that, what was the thesis?
That is the passion with which I want to see this fantasy that I have for India 2030.
Yes, and then he went on to share that why he was there in the first place, right?
Right.
He was there to share about his dream for India 2030. So he used a very famous quote by a famous personality and then followed it by a statement that showed that why he was there, right? So this was the introduction that R. Madhavan used. Yeah.
Right.
Now, let's go back to our topic. Do you remember what was the topic that you have selected?
Yeah.
It
so
is?
Companies should go back to work from office.
Exactly, yes. So well done on identifying the right hook and thesis. Now we are going back to our presentation topic, which is companies should go back to work from office. And yeah, so these are different hook statements, okay? And of course, there's an option where you can also come up with your own hook. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would now want you to read out these hooks and see that which one would you want to use for your own introduction. Are you reading these? Or
I
just
am.
reading on your own? Okay, got it. So
I like the second hook the best, I guess.
okay, the second one, the best one. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember. So can you read that second one aloud?
Yeah. I remember holding my head and looking at the screen with dry, irritated eyes. I was so done. I decided to start working from office.
To start working from office. Amazing. Great. Okay. And why did you choose this book?
I guess I relate to that hook a lot.
Okay.
I had been working from home for past few months and it is like just a disaster.
Yeah, that happens. And I think it's also very dramatic if you read it. It helps your audience, like it grabs their attention because there's some dramatic actions involved. Like remember holding
Right.
my head and looking at the screen with dry, irritated eyes. So a bit of exaggeration that also helps in
Yeah.
grabbing everyone's attention, right? And there's your thesis. Now, do you want to read out your hook and thesis together for your introduction?
Sure.
Okay.
Now again, this part has 3 hooks, and here the learner can choose any one of the hooks. Now here we cannot say that the second hook is the correct one. Okay, all the 3 are hooks. If you see correctly, the first hook is want to say goodbye to distractions and hello to increased focus and productivity. Start working from office. So hello everyone. So this is also a hook. Okay, all these are good hooks. First one is a rhetorical question. Second one is a kind of action or example, you can say, an incident that happened with you, a story. And hook 3 is basically a quotation, a well-known saying by a famous personality. So all these 3 can be considered as good hooks. Okay. Now the learner can have his own reason to choose any one of the hooks. Okay. So yes, I can see some of you are writing the chat section. Some of you are choosing the number 1, number 3. So it's not necessary that you have to, the learner has to choose hook number 2. It can be 1 or it can be 3 also. It can be 2 also. Okay. So it depends on the learner. You don't have to choose, teachers. You are just here to teach the learner. The learner has the option and he has to choose the best hook for his own presentation, right? You just have to guide him through. And you cannot tell him that, okay, you chose hook number 3. No, it should be hook number 2. No, it's not like that. All the 3 hooks are equally good. And all the 3 hooks are examples of what a good hook can be. It can be a rhetorical question. It can be a story. It can be a quotation from a well-known person. Okay, let's start.
So I remember holding my head and looking at the screen with dry, irritated eyes. I was so done. I decided to start working from office. Hello everyone. Today I would like to present my views on the topic why companies should go back to work from office.
Amazing, amazing. I could see you also remembering something that we learned in our first game and using your voice and pausing at the right places. That was really nice. Great. Okay. So let's move ahead. So your introduction, I'm sure, would definitely hook your manager also.
Great. So this was the first part, that is the introduction part, where you introduce the hook statement, the thesis statement. How does it go? The first part is the activity, where you show 2 statements. One was related to communication, I believe, and second one was related to Aman Gupta, somewhat like that. So basically, you ask the learner to choose the best hook. Now, in the activity, can you see on the screen, it is written activity -video -PPT. That is the presentation. Okay. So every step 1 is introduction. Step 2 would be body. Step 3 would be conclusion. So all these steps would include the same mannerism. The pattern will be same. First, there will be an activity, then there will be a video of R. Madhavan, and then finally you have to create your own presentation. Now, in the activity, the first activity where you ask the learner to choose the best option, in that case, you have to make the learner think. Once he chooses the option, the first question that you need to ask is, why did you choose this option? And why do you think that this can act as a best evidence for the statement given above, right? Let the learner justify himself. If he justifies correctly, you can go ahead. If he chooses the correct option. If he does not, then you please guide them and tell them that what a good hook looks like, right? Great. Second one was R. Madhavan's speech. When you start R. Madhavan's speech, always remember, please also remember to mark the videos, this one, timings, okay? Like R. Madhavan was
Make
somewhere
a
around,
really good
I'll just show
introduction.
you. It was somewhere around 40 minutes, 11 seconds to this is somewhere around 41:59. Please make sure that you're playing R. Madhavan's video correctly. Okay, only that much which is required, not more than that. Okay, otherwise it will take time. So yes, that one thing you have to keep in mind. And before you start the speech of R. Madhavan, you start the video, you ask the learner, what should you ask the learner? To observe the video very carefully and try to figure out what is the hook statement and the thesis statement in his speech. Am I correct? Lastly, in the third part, there was a presentation that he had chosen. He had chosen a topic, I think, work from office or work from home. I think he chose working from office. Now, once he has chosen, now he has to build his own hook statement. Now, there are 4 options. There are 3 options, which is already given by PlanetSpark. Another one is he can create his own hook statement also, right? Now, here he has to choose any of the 3 options, or he can create his own one as well. All these 3 options are as good as a hook. You don't have to tell them that this one is correct, this one is not correct. It's not like that. All the hooks are absolutely fine. Let him choose whatever he wants. Won't we get the clippings of the videos in PPT itself? I don't think so. We'll have to check. I'll have to check. I'll check and I'll let you know. Okay. This is the second part, and that is the body. Okay. Please write your question in the chat. Okay, Sabita.
Part, which is the body. Okay. Now, a body has 2 parts. Which are these 2 parts, Prayas? Can you please read these out?
Argument and evidence.
Argument and evidence, right? Do you remember the second game that we played? Unlock
Yeah.
Home? Yeah. Yes. So the first piece over there in Unlock Homes also, where you were reading a sentence out loud, that was the argument. Can you tell me what is an argument? It's written right over here.
Statement that establishes a point of view or a claim.
Right. Like your claim, or what is the statement that you want to convey, or you want people to get convinced on. And with that argument, we have to always give it evidence, right? Which you were also trying to identify in the Unlock Homes game. Yeah. So
Right.
you provide a proof, right? So yes, so we have already solved 2 cases. So let's just look at once again at one of these, right? So remember this line, the argument that we had read, employees should get paid for sleeping. And for that, we had chosen the third evidence. Yeah.
Right.
And why, can you just, I know you already know this, but just to remember and revise, why did we choose the third one as the evidence?
Seemed like researched and had some factual information involved.
Absolutely, right? So evidence has to be something that is researched point, a factual data, documented information. Then only we will be able to support our argument, right?
Right.
Great. So again, we are going to go back to our speech where, R. Madhavan is giving the same speech. And here I would want you to continue to identify arguments and evidence. There may be one argument or more than one. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let me then go to his speech.
That I have dreamt for my nation. He said, if I have 6 hours to cut down a tree, then I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. There's a great philosophy in that. In this era of instant gratification, we just keep thinking we can achieve all these goals by just tweaking this, tweaking that. It's not true. I really believe that that a missionary zeal is required to make that quantum change. That can make 2030 what I'm dreaming about right now. And just let's look at India as a country. What a unique nation, seriously. Thousands of years old of culture and tradition, many invasions, being ruled for many years, and we still somehow managed to maintain our identity. We still somehow have managed to maintain our Indianness, our beliefs, our faith. And, yeah, there has been, we have our drawbacks. There is corruption, there is violence, there is differences between the different religions and sects and castes and everything. But I can't help but think, looking at India, at the geography, that we're not doing really that bad. Look at all the other nations around in the world. Look at our neighbors. Compared to that, there is somebody in India who's doing something right for us to be called a growing economy and being projected as the third largest economy in 2026 and the most educated and young nation in the world. And it's still functional democracy. So let's first accept the fact that there is some people in India with the right ideas and the ability to lead the nation to where we are today.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So yes, so do you think you were able to identify the arguments and the evidences from here?
I guess I was.
Okay.
One of the arguments that I identify was when he talks about India as a growing economy,
Mm-hmm.
and the evidence being the census data that he talked about, that we are world's like third largest growing economy,
Absolutely.
and we have leaders and stuff like that.
All right. Very good, Pras. Very good observation skills, I must say. And was there any other argument as well?
In the start of the in the speech, he also mentioned about diversity a lot. So there's diversity in religion, dialect, sex, different things, and still there is a unifiedness or Indianness that he says within us. That is something.
And he also gives the evidence for that. Can you recall what
Um,
was the evidence?
I don't recall.
No? Okay, no worries. Let's have a look. So you're absolutely right for the first one. You have identified one of the argument really well, where he talks about, look at our neighbors and compared to them, there is somebody in India who is doing something right for us to be called a growing economy. And then he shares the evidence, what you rightly mentioned, Priyas, that it is projected as the third largest economy in 2026, right?
Right.
On the right-hand side, you will see actually the second argument that he makes. Of course, there is no factual, like a number or a figure over here, but he does give an evidence to this also. So rightly, you were mentioned that, he talks about India being a diverse country and with a lot of things. And then he also says that, we are also capable of finding very unique solutions to the problems that generally the world faces. And then he says, we found freedom through non-cooperation, non-violence, and talks about, how Mahatma Gandhi led the entire freedom movement. Yeah. So this is the second argument and evidence that we could find. Yeah. So can you see that how, each and every argument that he was sharing was supported with an evidence?
Evidence, right.
Yeah. Now, what do you think we'll be doing now?
I guess we'll go back to our example and put the same thing.
Exactly, you got it now. Yeah. And so amazing mindful performance, Priyas, on identifying the argument and evidence. And we go back to our topic, which is companies should go back to working from office. So here are a few ideas for you.
I'm so sorry.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
I can, yes.
Yeah, all right. Okay. So yeah, so I was saying that there are a few examples here that you can refer to, but what I would want you to do is come up with your argument and a supporting evidence. And you can take help from the above two statements given here.
Okay. I'll just give it a read and I'll.
Sorry, say that again, please.
I'll just give it a read and then I'll.
Sure. Yes, please do. Please go ahead.
HRs of Society of HRs, about 60% of professionals were reported that employees are more productive when working in the office.
All right, interesting. I see how you've added your own points also, that being productive, meeting deadlines at work and everything, and then you gave your evidence as well. Very good. Okay, will you be able to remember these points? Because towards the end, I'm going to ask you to give an entire presentation. Do you want to like quickly jot these down?
I will.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, Pooja ma'am, you had a question?
Like you just mentioned that these videos are not there in the PPTs, like the timing also.
I got your question in the chat. I got the question and I chose not to answer right now. I'll show you the PPT. You will get it there.
And seconds also.
Yeah,
the-
everything is there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So this was the second part where the body was introduced. The body has two parts, argument and evidence. And it was related to the first activity that we did in Unlock Holmes, the evidence-based activity, where you had to find out the correct evidences of the statements that were given, right? Option 3, option 2, there were 3 options and the learner had done it. So the activity was already done. It was just reiterated once again. And the learner was asked, why had you chosen this option? Because it had a factual and a documented evidence, right? So it was just for the reminding of the learner. And then we went to R. Madhavan's speech. Again, R. Madhavan's speech, the timings I'll tell you, it is there in the PPT as well. And then we had to ask the learner to find out what were the arguments given in R. Madhavan's speech. Now, for your help, the PPT already has both the arguments. You can refer to that whenever you want. The evidences are also given. But first, let us make the learner think and answer, right? Before giving him the answer first. Because otherwise, what will happen? No, they won't think. If we keep on giving the answers first, they won't be able to think and they will just take up the answer, right? So let them first brainstorm and then we will give out the answers, right? And at the last, what we did was make the learner start with his presentation, and especially for his body and the conclusion and the evidence, the argument and the evidence, what he wanted to add in his PPT, in his presentation. Now, I'll quickly go ahead and I'll show you the presentation where it is in the teacher's handbook. So this is your teacher's handbook. Let it open. It's taking a little bit of time. So in the point number C, where it is written demo related resources, there you will see grown-up presentation skills, 3B, the last row of the column of the table. Click here. I hope it was visible to all of you. This is where I clicked. And there is an exemplar video also. So for understanding what timing you have to use, you can use this one, okay? To understand what timing to what timing you have to play the video. Now coming back to, give me a second, to the presentation. Yeah. This is your presentation. I'll quickly go to the introduction part. So you all are just expected to open these presentations and have a look at it, because otherwise you won't be able to understand what exactly has to be done when you are going to take the demo, right? So this is the introduction part. Identify the hook and the thesis. You have already done the activity over here. This is slide number 42. And slide number 43 and 44 introduces R. Madhavan's speech. And here is the speech. If you click on this, it will directly take you to the YouTube.
Responding to emails takes time, but not with Grammarly. And if you click...
Okay. Yeah. So once you click on this YouTube button, it will take you to the YouTube channel. Okay. And it will start playing. If you can see, right? So you have to start right from the beginning, from here. Mr. Omar says, I'm sorry, it's a little bit slow. Okay.
Okay. Place that my
so this is right from the beginning. You don't have to, forward it to any particular number. But then please check where the body lies and where the conclusion lies. So just make sure that you are playing the video at the correct positions. Okay. For that, for your understanding, you can also watch the whole video. It's hardly 15 minutes, 16 minutes video. Okay. So that you also understand where is the hook statement, and you already have the answers. You already have where is the hook statement. You already have what are the arguments which were given by R. Madhavan. You already have what is the summary. Okay, so you can just play it in that particular time. Okay, how many of you do not have the handbook? Please raise your hands. Akash, Hemlata? Fine. I'm pasting it once more. I don't know, it might be possible that the point in time when I was pasting the handbook, you all might have missed it. But I just expect all of you to be present every minute in the training session so that you don't miss the important documents that we are going to share. Okay, yeah. Coming back to the body. So body, again, same pattern, activity, video, and then the presentation. Okay. Once R. Madhavan's speech is done, the body part, the argument part, and then we come to the learner once back again and then ask him to create his own presentation. There also some of the points are already given. If you can just go ahead and check it in your PPT, in the senior demo PPT, it's already given. I'll share it once again. Okay. Yeah, so this is your PPT where you are showing R. Madhavan's speech. Now here you can only, one second. Yeah, you can see the hook and the thesis statement is already given. So you know which part you have to play, right? Okay. So we were discussing about the body. Somebody also asked me, ma'am, what if the person chooses work from home? Isn't it? Okay. So in case if you have a work from home, here is your solution. Okay. Here it is written when he chooses work from office, no? It's written, skip 2 slides if work from home is selected. This is your final slide for work from home and work from office. Sorry, work from office. First one is a work from office. And this is work from home. Slide number 51. You just have to go through the slides properly. Before starting to take a demo, we, as a teacher, we always used to go through the PPTs first. That what do we have to teach, isn't it? That's something you all will do. So don't worry. You will get to know what exactly is there in the PPT. So this is for the hook statement of work from home. So you have both. It's not like you have only work from office. Okay, it's not an exemplary PPT. It is basically a PPT which has to be used in the demo. Okay, great. Coming back to the conclusion, that's the last part. And let me play this.
Okay, now comes the last part, which is, what is the third part, Priyas?
The conclusion.
The conclusion, correct. And can you see the 2 parts of conclusion also here?
Yeah, summary and plea.
Summary and plea, correct. Now let's play one last activity before we go to our final presentation, or we'll be also watching R. Madhavan's speech again. But before that, one small activity for you, okay? So for that summary, what is it? It's about condensing the main points from a text to a shorter form, being more brief, right? And a plea is what is a plea, Priyas? Can you read that, please?
It's a formal request or appeal that is made to someone.
Correct, yeah, okay. Okay, so now this game is called Coin Size. What do you think this is coming from? Which word are we trying to say here? Is it really concise? Absolutely right. So you will be given a paragraph on positive thinking, and you can take a minute and you have to summarize the paragraph in your own words. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. So this is the paragraph here.
Okay. Do I need to read this aloud or can I read it in my mind?
It's okay. You can, whatever works for you best. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. So how would you want to summarize this? Please go ahead.
Good. So the paragraph talks about, sorry, I'll just go to the summary.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So when we focus on the positive things in our life, we take a positive outlook.
Okay.
It aids our, it has mental health benefit. It has reduced stress, improves immune system, and life satisfaction. And this has been proven time after time, so that isn't.
Okay. Okay. Nice attempt. Nice attempt, Riyaz. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, would you want to see how we have also tried to summarize it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this was the first one. Do you think this
Mhm.
is a good one?
I guess too long.
Too long, lengthy, right? Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at the second one. Very similar to, I think, what you also mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to show you the third one. What about this one?
Very concise, very short. Yeah.
Very concise, short, right? So we
Mhm.
just clubbed all the benefits of positive thinking, and we are saying that positive thinking has numerous benefits, including
Right.
increased chances of success and improved physical and mental health. Right. So rather than
Right.
mention about all the points, because all the points have been discussed, so we just
Mhm.
summarized it in few lines. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you see where you could have also improved in your summarization?
I have. Yes.
All right. Okay. So now again, we go back to the speech, and I would want you to identify the summary in his speech. So, yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
A second. Allow me a second, please. Just
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready to watch the video?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I dream of a 2030 where students the world over will dream of a blue card, will dream of having once actually come to India and study and imbibe the knowledge that we have as a nation. It used to be true. We were the first university in the world. Nalanda was a university where people came in from far and wide. So it's not a pipe dream. It's a practical dream that I have, and I think that's easily attainable. And finally, before I wind up, I think I dream of a 2030 where we have a meritocratic electoral base which selects its leaders and whose leaders believe that it is more important to serve with a missionary zeal.
All right. I think that would be it. Okay. And yes, so I would want you to now tell me what part of it was the summary. Okay. Okay. So what was it?
So I guess he talks of, like he summarizes in a way where he emphasizes on the rural India part. He talks about how rural India should be also as developed and as aspiring as the rest of the world or rest of the country.
Perfect. And was there any plea that he was making?
No, I don't think so. He didn't plea anything.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Again, very good observation skills, Prayas. So this part, which is written on the left-hand side, is the summary, where he talks about, as you rightly identified. So I dream of a 2030 where rural India is as developed as the rest of the world, is as aspirational as the rest of the India, and so on. Yeah. So he's
Got it.
summarizing his dream in a really articulate, simpler manner.
Right.
Yeah. And yes, you were right. There was no plea made. So not every presentation may have a plea. But yes, when we are trying to convince someone on a topic, then we need to make a plea towards the end, right? Like a request.
Right.
So yes. And now comes your own presentation, the accurate observation, as I already mentioned. So going back to your
Again, the same thing happened. We started with an activity where the learner was supposed to make a summary, and she tried to give a paragraph. A paragraph was given, and on that paragraph, he has to make a summary, right? So let him summarize first. You as a trainer, first you need to let him summarize first, and then ask about his opinion about the different options that are given as a summary. So don't give out the summaries first. First try to make him work a little bit and let him summarize on himself. Then showed R. Madhavan's video and then ask him what was the summary and what was the plea in his video. Okay, there was no plea in that case. There was only a summary where he dreams of such an India where there is blah, blah, right? So yes, this is the last part, and that is where the learner has to create his own conclusion.
topic, Prayas, about companies should go back to work from office. What would you want your summary and plea to be? And you can use these sentences to frame your complete summary and plea. Yeah.
Okay.
You can take a minute or so, don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I would like to point out that work from office leads to increased productivity, better physical and mental health,
Okay.
and a healthy lifestyle. I
Mhm.
would hence request all companies to make some amendments in their policy and switch to a work from office role, which has been the case for so many times.
Amazing. Amazing. Great. Thank you so much, Priyas. I hope you remember your words again, especially for summary you mentioned.
Right. So this was the summary part where the learner was supposed to speak the summary, and summary was almost given. The whole of the hint is given. The learner is just going to fill up the blanks and he has to complete the summary. And the plea is also given. He just has to fill it up, right? So it's very easy. It's not very difficult. Just that the learner gets an idea how to present himself, right? Okay. So again, step number 3 would be building of conclusion. How to do that? First, there will be an activity which I showed you, then the video of R. Madhavan, and finally the own presentation. Okay. Now, this is part number 5. Once we complete part 5, final showcase, we'll go back to the main room. We will all get merged and then we'll have a break. Okay. So this is the final showcase.
Now, when we combine all these components together, right?
Mhm.
Remember, we started by saying that we have 3 parts and each part
Right.
has also sub parts. So having an introduction with a very interesting hook that can grab someone's attention, and a thesis, then a
Mhm.
body with good argument and supporting evidence, and finally a conclusion that will summarize your points so that everyone can understand the gist of it, and then also making a request, a plea. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you ready to give your presentation, combine all the pieces of your presentation and be also able to deliver it now?
Sure. Yes.
Yes. Okay. I love the energy. So final showdown now, Priyas. Remember, we have spoken about using our hands,
Mhm.
our face, eyes, and voice, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So here are these slides that may help you as well. So you can refer. Do you remember which hook you chose?
I remember holding my head.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Okay. All the best, Priyas. All the very best.
Yeah. Thank
Do
you.
you need a minute to be ready?
Yeah, I'll just take like 5-10 seconds to just go through it all.
Sure, sure.
Good. Next.
All right. Okay, I'm very excited. So yes, so imagine you're convincing me to allow work from office. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, all the best.
Thank you. I remember holding my head and looking at the screen with so many irritated eyes. And I said to myself, I was done. I decided to start working from office now. Hello, everyone. Today, I would like to present my view on the topic why companies should go back to work from office. Work from office helps a lot when it makes us our lifestyle better. It improves our physical and mental health, and also increases productivity. This has been researched well, and also according to a study taken by HR reps, it was found out that 60% of the employees found that their productivity was much more increased while working from office. At the finally, I would like to point out that work from office leads to increased productivity, better physical and mental health, and improved lifestyle. And I would hence request all the companies to make small amendments to their policy and switch to a completely work from office, as it was the case 2 or 3 years back.
Amazing.
Right. So this was the whole presentation done by the learner together. Everything is given in one place in your PPT. He just has to go through it. And in case if the learner wants to add one point, always encourage the learner to add one point of his own. It will be always good, right? So that he also has an idea how to add an argument and an evidence to his body. Okay, great. So this is the final showdown, and the first part is where the learner presents the topic. Okay, presents on the topic. And finally, this is the second part where the learner, the teacher shares the feedback with the learner, and before sharing the feedback, she asks the learner for his own feedback. Let's see.
And
Thank you.
towards the end, is it okay if I give you quick feedback on your presentation?
Sure, of course, I'll
Or
love
maybe actually, maybe, why don't you share what do you think you did really well in your presentation?
to. I could have worked better on the fluency part, I guess.
Okay.
I broke down in bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I did well on the hook statement. The hook statement was really good. I was able to remember the entire study part that was there.
Yeah.
So that is something that I think I did well.
I agree. I think you identified a really good hook, and I think you were also able to, say the argument and
Mhm.
add on your points and give a very good evidence and then summarize it pretty well. So I really liked how you were able to put in your content. That shows your critical thinking skills as well. I think in terms of delivering, I felt like I do agree with your observation, and again, I think you're very self-aware also that you could have been definitely more fluent. And I saw you started using your hand gesture, like I was holding my head, that was really nice. But I felt like while you were sharing more, it sort of like like you
Flew
didn't
away.
continue to use it.
Right.
So I think in general, whenever we are giving presentation, it always helps to use some gestures, give more expression. So that is something that we can work on. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the feedback
Since-
part. First, always try to ask what were the things that went well in your speech from the learner, and then give your own feedback. It's always appreciated. And the final thing is, after sharing the feedback is, give me a second, it's not playing.
Share with me
Yeah.
what are the 3 key takeaways that you had from the session.
The 3 key takeaways is a sure thing to happen at the end of this demo session. In the senior demo also, we asked the learner about the 3 key takeaways. Here also, we are going to ask for the 3 key takeaways from the learner.
And yeah, over to you.
So one of the key takeaway, I guess, was the expression part, using of hand gestures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that presentation is much more alive in the conversation, I guess. Secondly, the fact that how to structure the entire presentation.
Mm-hmm.
It has a hook, and then there is a thesis, then there is argument, and all that stuff was really good.
Right.
And I guess then again clubbing all together to give out a final. And the games part, I really liked how you
Okay. Thank you so much.
tried to, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Bryce. You have already answered my next question, which was that how did you like the class? So I'm so happy to know that you enjoyed the games, and also really glad to see your learning from this entire.
Yeah. So this was the last part.
Okay,
Asking for 3 key takeaways. I'm so sorry. So this is the final showdown. And first thing that we do here is learner gives the presentation. He presents himself with all things should be collated together, and the introduction, the body, the conclusion, everything together, and he has to present on the topic. And then you have to share your feedback. And at the end, always try to ask for 3 key takeaways at the end. Okay. Okay, that's done. Any more questions? There are different PPT for different class in demo or same for senior. Aisha's senior was done yesterday. Today, what we are doing is not senior, it is it is adult. It's the grown up. Okay. Any other question before getting merged? Yes, Sabira. Your question?
So I did try to open the PPT for senior one.
Yes. Senior or the adult?
No, senior, not adult. I will do it today, but yesterday I tried opening the senior one. But it is the same PPT which you are showing with the videos aligned with this. So that's where I was confused that which PPT are we going to follow and how it's.
Which PPT?
I mean, it's the one which you are showing to us, with.
I am showing the adult one, ma'am. You are seeing the senior one. How will it match?
I'm not this one. I'm talking about the yesterday one's PPT only, which you were showing.
Okay. So yesterday one was the senior one.
So when I was doing the video assignment, I did try to open the PPT and see to it, but it was not the PPT which is there. So I just wanted to know that if I'm on the correct
What
page
was the
or not.
question? Can you tell me what was the question?
The question is that the PPT which is coming here.
No. What was the question in your video assignment?
No, so yesterday's video assignment was to, to make the video for the senior one, wherein we have to, in reference to how the introduction and the things has to go, and they have to go to the slide 3 and 4. I can't find the slide 3 and 4, though I've done
Slide
that.
3 and 4?
Yeah.
So
So there were the references of the slide also, but I can't find that slide wherein I can use it.
you just have to go to slide 3. So do you want to become a confident
First
public
question
speaker?
has 3 and 4, then the next question has 5 and 6 slide.
5
So
number is introduction, your introduction. 6 number is their introduction, the child's introduction. 7 number is introduction of the parent. Did it not match?
Just give me 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. Okay, some more questions I'm getting. Should politics be included? If you want. If the student is fine with it, you can. Minimum internet speed, no, 10 Mbps is absolutely not sufficient. Minimum, it should be like above 80 Mbps. No. Please ignore Shivani. You might have got it just for a reminder. Don't do it again. You won't be able to. Anyways, you have already submitted, means submitted. Okay. Just a confirmation, the topic selected for this video session was selected from the student end. No, it was given in the PPT, Kajal. It was given. There were 2 choices given. There were choices, work from home or work from office. There mentioned 5 to 6, but it was on 14 and 15. 14-15 is emotional request. Can we take demo for all level? Yes, you can. What if the learner struggles with speaking English effectively? What we do in that case, make him comfortable, talk in regional language, make him understand the context, and do not use the adult PPT. Try to use a level lower. It's regarding the presentation skill topic which was taken for this session. Okay. Yesterday I've attended both the sessions. But showing pending for 1. How to rectify? It'll have you marked your attendance? You mark the attendance today when I share, it will be okay. Okay. We can take all the queries in the main room. Let's close the breakout room. Okay. I'm closing the breakout room. Let's come to the main room and then we'll discuss.
This meeting is being recorded.
Yes. Hi, ma'am. Hi, Divyalakshmi, ma'am. I'm so sorry. Where are you?
Hi there.
Oh, hi. Okay. Yes. So we are back. I believe all the teachers will be back in a minute. And thank you so much, Divyalakshmi, ma'am, for taking the session. I hope the teachers...
No worries.
Okay, great. So the teachers, I hope you all enjoyed the junior session. Yes? Okay. Great. Thank you so much, Divyalakshmi, ma'am. There are a few queries. I'll just address them and then we shall take a break. Thank you so much.
Okay, then. So I'm leaving. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Great. Sabira, ma'am, 1 second. Yes, you can share your screen if you want. Okay, I have got some queries wherein the teachers are asking me whether we can take junior, senior, adult together or not. Yes, you can. It's absolutely your choice. Okay. Sabira, ma'am, please get ready with your screen share. You can do the shifting, transferring, everything whenever you want. Sonal, okay? Yes, please unmute Sabira.
Yeah, ma'am, can you see this?
Which one?
Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, your screen is visible. The teacher's handbook is visible.
Yes, so if I go here for my day 2 training and I open the presentation deck,
Absolutely.
this is what the presentation deck is.
This is the training presentation. This is not the
That is
demo
it.
presentation.
Yes,
So
so
you,
that's what I wanted to know, whether
yeah.
I'm landing on a wrong page.
Okay, okay, I got it. Please go back on your teacher's handbook and please go down, go to demo related resources. Yes. And you have to do the senior one, right? Search for the senior one. Go to the, no, that's the exemplar video. That is the presentation, yes. Both are same. India, international, both are same.
Thank
Okay.
you so much, ma'am. This is,
Great, great. Okay. Okay, let me read the chat section now and we will have a break. So others can take a break. It's already 12:05, 12:06 almost. So we'll come back at 12:20. Okay. Those who do not have a question, they can leave. They can go for a break. I'll just answer some of the question and then I'll also go for a break. You can choose any course, yes. Shifting can be done anytime. Completed the video course yesterday, but today I have received a mail stating that there is a video course. It is just a repetition of it's a bulk message that has been sent to you all. Please ignore if you have already done it. Okay. Would we get to know the skills the student need in adult session? I believe the student would have requested for presentation. Yes, yes, they do. They get the option there when they come for the demo. They have an option where they fill it up. So when you will get the demo, it will be clearly written grown up presentation skills, grown up basic English. It will be written. Okay. So that you will come to know when you will accept the demo, you will come to know what level is it. Why do we need that demo now? For the below assignment. Attended day 1 and day 2 session, but I find my portal deadline is missed. Please fill up your attendance forms correctly. And it will be updated, don't worry. Senior demo. However, I'll take a screenshot of this. 1 second. The video course which we are supposed to submit today, can it be done through mobile video course? Yes, yes. Video course can be done through mobile. SparkX for every demo classes. Yes, it will be good if you do that, but for adult, it will be too long. So try to make it short within 1 minute. 11th and 12th session, how can I reschedule them? You have to talk to the support team, Parmeet. You have to go to the teacher's handbook. Please go to the support tab and talk to them. They will find a solution for that. Shruti, you have an exemplar video in your training handbook. You can go through that. Those who cannot, those who have not seen the adult session or those who have not seen the demo session, it's already there in your teacher's handbook. You can go and check. Okay. There is an exemplar video which is already given. Okay. This one is the adult one. Okay. Recorded videos is already there. If you go ahead, click on this, you will get to this. Sorry for this. Where we can check our attendance, you cannot check your attendance. You can again mark it. In your LMS, I think some of you have got your LMS. So this is your adult demo. Oh, sorry, this is the junior one. Okay, so this is the junior one. Adult one, I'll give you. This is the junior one. And adult one, you will get it. Wait, I'll give you. Okay. So you need the adult one, right? So junior one is already there. Not a problem. Adult one I'll give you. Give me a second. To day 3. What are SparkX videos? You will be getting it. No worries. Hello. Okay, teachers, give me a second. I'll get the junior one and I'll let you know. Okay. Week 1, day 3. I'll try to find it out and I'll share it with you in the second half. I won't like to, waste the time as of now. You have a very less time for your break. Please go for your break and we'll have the videos in a minute. How many enrollment do we have to suppose to pick in a day? Please wait for your OJT. Don't be in a hurry. How many days of demo can we get confirmation if the student wants enrollment? It might be within 2 days. Ma'am, I did my day 2 session. Day 1, I did not do it. What should I do? If you have any queries regarding the training session, I'm not the person. I'm not from the operations. Please go ahead, check your teacher's handbook. Go to the support link. Type your query over there. They will be able to help you immediately. Okay. If you have not marked any attendance, if you were present and you have not marked the attendance, then please go ahead, mark it when I share the attendance link with you. Suniti, please go ahead and check point number F. Check it and then ask me what you have to do. Day 2 quiz and feedback on my teacher's handbook. Below assignment is left. Yeah, below assignment is not mandatory, no? So it does not have a deadline. Senior demo, please share senior demo for today. Senior demo was done yesterday, Sonal. Ma'am, after how many days of demo we can get the confirmation if their student wants? Okay, please come back at 12:20. And the rest of the questions which I did not answer, please wait till your OJT training starts. Once you're onboarded, all these questions will be answered. Welcome back, teachers. So let's discuss what were the common things between the demos, between the two demos that we watched. So we watched almost 3 demos, 2 demos as a whole. Yesterday we observed a senior demo. I see the number has reduced. Have the teachers left? Okay, coming back. Let's write in the chat section, what were the 3 common things between both the demos? The activities, game, context setting. Okay, great. Introduction. Okay. Enthusiastic and positive approach. Okay. Activities, presentation, appreciation, introduction. Okay, very good. Final showcase was same. Introduction to PS skills. Okay, great. Okay, yes, absolutely. The activities were same. Every demo has few activities because it's more of an interactive kind of session where we have lots of activities. So every kind of demo, be it a junior demo or a senior demo or an adult demo, each of the demos have lots of activities. We always focus on public speaking skills in the junior demo, senior demo, as well as the adult demo. We have the emotional request game where the body language is the light is being thrown on body language, confidence, voice modulation. And of course, there is a structured approach towards learning a particular new content area. In the senior demo, you must have seen the EPL approach, the ethos, pathos, and logos. And here there was introduction, body, and conclusion. So there is always a structured approach towards learning how to present yourself, right? Now, let's write what are the things to ensure in the beginning of the demo. Very easy. Okay, laptop, very important. And parents, perfect. Joining from the laptop and both the parents present for the child, not for the grown-up ones. Okay, yes, absolutely. Great, wonderful. And sure thing to happen at the end is the final showcase by the learner, be it senior, junior, or adult. Okay. Please remember the success formula, both the parents, laptop, and SparkX video, which we'll be doing on day 4, that is tomorrow. Okay. So we already had our break, and this is the second part. Yes, absolutely. 3 key takeaways is also very important. So let us come back towards the art of giving feedback. Now, we have already discussed a little bit about feedback yesterday, isn't it? So it was very generic. You said it should have been a little more specific, actionable, isn't it? Great. So let's begin. Let's share a time when you received a feedback and it really helped you. Now, many of us get very positive feedback sometimes. You are good, your this is good, your problem solving capability is good, your critical thinking is good, blah, blah, blah. We get good responses sometimes, but sometimes we get some constructive feedbacks as well. Constructive feedbacks are the ones where the areas of improvements are discussed, isn't it? So tell me a time when that kind of constructive criticism was done with you, or you faced a kind of productive criticism and that helped you. Okay, so let's discuss a feedback that really helped you, not the positive ones. Okay. Okay, Rashmi. Pace of talking, okay. This was a problem with me as well. I was being told by my mentor that sometimes you are you have a good voice modulation. You can speak, you can express yourself. But sometimes you need to be a little slow so that people can catch up with you. So that's many people face this kind of problem. Little more voice modulation. Okay, fluency is needed. If I was not that much confident, okay, great. Sometimes we fumble and talk too fast. Very true. Talking little louder, the pace of speaking, taking time between the words. Should learn mannerism to express words with expression, okay? Be confident and talk. Do not hesitate, okay? Sometimes we keep on saying and not allow the student to speak up. That's also one. Probably that kind of feedback can be received from the student himself. Taking time to understand the learner. Okay, as teachers, you all are writing, please also read out some of the chats. Very helpful and very engaging as well. Okay. It was helpful. We know what to present, but sometimes we don't know the way of reflecting it. Very good. That's very true. Taking deep breath while fumbling. Okay, not to interrupt if someone is speaking. Respect the speaker. Should take pauses when required and higher or lower the pitch of voice when needed. Never get attached to students. Why? Oh, no, please. I mean, okay, we shouldn't get too emotional sometimes, but then we have to get a little attached. When you are going to have 165 sessions with the student, you will automatically get attached. Using easy words, okay? Okay, so that is that, Dave, that needs an active listening. No favoritism. Yes, that's very important. I was not very sure of my public speaking. A sir gave me a feedback and it took more participation. I took more participation in public speaking. Okay, wonderful, Sabira. Delivering the thoughts in a way that it must be understood by the student. Okay. So much attachment. Okay. Pressurizing the learner to speak instead of understanding and supporting. Okay. No partiality. Okay. Yes, and this is very important. Here, you won't find that part where you have to be biased towards a particular student. All students will be yours and all will be learning from you one-to-one. So you won't have that kind of biasness problems, but it'll go smooth. Don't worry. Not discouraging the child. Yes, you can't do this. You won't be able to do this. This is very tough. I won't be teaching you this or whatever. I mean, just I'm giving examples. So yes, we should be avoiding those kind of words. Matching with the pace of the students. Give more time to their child, but I feel 1 hour is enough. You know what, Arshita? It's not the time that matters. You said the right thing, and it's not the time that matters. It's the dedication and the the building relationship that matters. If you have a good relationship with the student, even 1 hour, why 1 hour? I think 45 minutes is also more than enough. When you know the things, you speak in fast pace and then you get stuck to structure more thoughts, use filler words, so to avoid it. Motivate the child if he is lagging behind. Humble words to discipline the child. Negative comments, absolutely no negative comments. Great, so let's begin. What do you think makes feedback useful? Okay, so let's watch this cartoon which is on your screen. Very interesting one. Okay, so there is a lady here. She says, good presentation can be made better. Now this man, he says, oh, sure. Now what he does, he makes the font size bigger and now he comes to the mentor and he asks, is it better now? So in the first picture, you will see there is a small R Creative Company written, and in the second picture, it's written our company, our creative company in big, big bold letters. So what do you think? Is this feedback useful? No. Why no? Because, okay, your name is not flashing. You have raised your hand, but your name is not there. Please unmute.
Actually, ma'am, she has given her feedback, but the feedback is not carrying the thing what is needed. She has not said the point of improvisation, or she has not delivered a positive thing. The feedback is very blunt, without expressing what should be carried to the person.
Okay, so it's basically very generic and it does not talk about the areas of improvement. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Ma'am, your name, please. Your name is showing as Vivo V2152. Please unmute.
My name is Raji.
Can you spell that out for me?
RAJEE. I'm giving it in the chat box also, ma'am.
Yeah, you can also rename yourself if you want.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
As of now, I have done it for you. Can you see your name on your screen?
Yeah, ma'am. I
Right.
can. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, Mavia.
Ma'am, the feedback here is given, which is not specific. The issue is not mentioned here. As you told us earlier, that in order to give a proper feedback, we have to explain it. In what areas we need the improvement.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, very correctly pointed out by Raji and Mavia as well. The feedback that we need to share needs to be a little more specific. Just saying that nice, not so nice, or not good, not bad, something like that. It's very generic. You are just throwing your opinion, and you're not being clear to what exactly should be done. So the same thing happens in this picture as well. So now you understand a feedback can be as useless, as worthless, as it can be useful as well. Okay. So it can be both equally useful as well as worthless. Depends on how you convey it. Okay, he should have asked. I would rather say that the mentor should have shared. Okay, the mentor should have been more specific rather than expecting the learner, because they are here to learn from us. They don't know what should they do. If the feedbacks are generic, they will make generic changes only, right? Yes, or the mentor should have pointed out the problematic areas. Absolutely. It should be evidence-based feedback. Wonderful. Perfect. I'm going to share a link with you. Please go ahead and fill it up. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Yeah. So the link is there on in your chat section. Please click on that link and fill it up. And we'll come back at after 2 minutes. And the question which is flashing there in that screen, in that link, is what makes a feedback useful? What do you think makes a feedback useful? Once you are done, please write done in the chat section so that we can continue. Okay, Mariam, done. So let me share some of the answers, some of the responses that I have got all this time. So most of the responses talks about that feedback helps us to understand the strengths and weaknesses of the learner. And as a mentor, we need to strive hard for the goal. And it helps us in personality development. So very nicely written by someone. And also it's written that feedbacks needs to be specific. That's also one point that I got. It should be positive. Yes, it should. That means it should be respectful. So I got respectful as well. Okay, done. Great, great. And some more that I get. What I could do to improve myself. That's important, very, very important. So it should be a little actionable, or it should talk about what exactly I need to do to make myself better, right? Okay, great. Thank you. Most of you are done, I believe. Yeah. So coming back to my slide. So a good feedback, if you are going to model a feedback for a child or a learner, you are going to use a framework. And that framework is known as the SAR framework. What do you think? What is the full form of this acronym, SAR? Let's write in the chat section. What should be the full form of SAR? Specific, solution, action, result. I'm getting specific is good. So S stands for specific, which is correct. Okay. Dean, I got one from your side that is actionable. Very good. And R should be respectful. Janvi, yes, absolutely. Yes, it is respectful. Perfect. Specific, actionable, and respectful. So this is known as the SAR framework. Now, specific, what does specific means? Say, for example, I'm sitting with a learner who is giving a speech, and what I say to him, oh, it was really very good. It's not specific. Now, how can I be specific? Say, for example, he's talking something about patriotism. Okay. So I say that the learner has said that patriotism is all about loving and respecting your country and representing, whenever you go out, representing yourself as a part of the country and having a good, exhibiting a good culture and a good attitude, right? So he said this. When he was saying this, he was not moving his hands, right? So what I would say, so for the specific part, I should be saying that when you said that patriotism is a virtue and, it is all about showing love and respect for your country, the kind of voice modulation that you used, the kind of emphasis that you laid on a good virtue and, paying respect for your country, those parts were really well done. It was very good. And what could have been better? There you can add something more. Like when you were saying that love and respect for your country, you could have used your hands like this, okay? So you have to exemplify and justify your feedback, okay? So in specific instances, it is always good if you pick out certain portions. Please be very careful when I say this, because I know teachers usually forget this. So I want you to, whenever you are going to model a feedback for any of the child or any learner, if you want to be specific, just don't say that, oh, I think you could have used more hand gestures. Where could you have used more hand gestures? Why should you use more hand gestures? If you use more hand gestures, say, for example, I'm talking to Rudra. I say, Rudra, I believe you could have used more hand gestures when you were talking about your country. You could have, placed your hand like this, and you could have said this. Why am I saying so? Because when you use your hands, you're able to make yourself look more attractive, and the people are bound to look at you and listen to you, right? So you are able to grab the attention of your listeners, right? So this is how we give specific evidence-based feedback. right? Now comes the actionable portion. What you can do the next time. The next time, what things could have been done better. So what you can do is next time, whenever you say a story or you give a speech, what you can do is you add some more little bit of hand gestures and try to use your eye contact so that you look more confident, okay, in front of the public. And respectful can be at the end, you can say, oh, overall, it was great job, Rudra. I believe you are a very good storyteller, or you can give very good speeches. Your content is very good. I'm looking forward to hear more speeches from you. Somewhat of that kind. Okay. So specific, actionable, and respectful. Now let's see a student in a class. I think you have already, some of you who have done the video course assessment, they have already seen this video. However, I'm going to play this video. It's a small snippet. And we are going to watch the video. There is a student in there. His name is Anarghya. Okay, please be a little observant while you watch the video. The child's name is Anarghya. This is a junior demo. And there is a storytelling activity going on. This is a story chain. And one by one sentence has been added by the teacher as well as the student to complete the story. Okay, it's a story chain. So let's watch. And after watching this video, you have to model a feedback for Anarghya in the same framework that I showed you: specific, actionable, and respectful. Always remember, start with a positive note, end with a positive note, and respectfully. Okay. It's not audible? Okay, 1 second. I think we have come back from the breakout room and okay, 1 second. I'll play it once again.
From Human's Reach.
Now is it audible?
So, once upon a time, there was a mystery island far away from Human's Reach. Now, Anarghya will tell me the story.
Nobody but mighty pirate Blackbeard could get near it.
Use your hands. Nobody.
But mighty pirate Blackbeard could get near the island.
Okay, he got to know there's a lot of treasure hidden in the island.
But there was a problem. A mighty soul named Angelica guarded the treasure.
Okay, you need to change your voice, baby. You need to change your voice. You need to use your hands, because that is body language. That is very important when you're telling a story. All right? So how would you do that? Quick.
But there was a mighty soul that guarded the treasure, so Pirate Blackbeard could never get it.
But one day, Angelica had lost her powers for a day, and she was not close to the treasure. That was the day.
Okay. Now let's start modeling a feedback for Anarghya. Let's write in the, so take some time out. Okay, 1 minute. Pooja ma'am, let's think of the feedback first. We'll talk about mock at the end. So write specific, actionable, and respectful together. Okay, so the whole feedback, paste it together. Okay. I'll read out Archana's feedback. Anarghya, you did great, but I think you could have done better by using your hands to express your thoughts. Evidence, we need evidence there, but it is good. Child is innovative. Okay, let's talk in second person. Okay, you. Anarghya, you. The child is innovative, but could have been better if you could have used hand gestures. and expression to make it more attentive. Well done. Okay, the model is fine. It needs more evidences. Bhanupriya. Okay, Harshvardhan, it has to be not the teacher. You don't have to give the feedback for the teacher. Probably I was not clear enough. You have to give the feedback to the child. You think that as if you are the teacher for Anargya and you have to give feedback. I'm only reading those feedback which are written together. Okay, specific, actionable, and respectful. Udit, you really did well overall, but more hand gestures were required. Also, there is need to work. Okay. Chinmay, there was a great attempt, Anargya. That was a great attempt, Anargya. We will do better next time by using more hand gestures. Very well done. Okay, a little more actionable part you can use. It's very good with words. He was very, okay, you were very expressive, Bensi. The storytelling could have been better if he had used hand gestures. Okay. Shivani, I really liked you. You were great with storytelling. I really liked your voice. Okay, I really liked how you used your voice modulation saying bear. Yes, very good. Perfect. I would say you can use your hands more while telling the story. You're a great storyteller otherwise, and it was really good to hear you. Okay, wonderful. Very nicely written, Shivani. Kanchan, okay. A little bit of evidence you have to add and you're good to go. Kajal, good going. I really liked it. It can be even more interesting by using more actionable part. Actionable, your feedback needs to be actionable. Okay. Ritushri, that was great, Anargya, but you can be better when you need to. Okay, that is only the specific part. Please type all the things together. You are enough active and highly responding. You stayed highly active and responding. You have written 2 things together, Raji. Still improve. Why is the notations and using? Okay, I think there are some mistakes over there. Just correct it. You must use your hands while telling about the new character you introduce in your story. Very good. Evidence-based. Next time, you can try to look more amazed and expressive while telling about a character. Otherwise, you did really well. A little more positives can be put in, but it's very good. Perfectly modeled. You were fluent with your words. Use more hand gestures, okay? Richa, Anargya, you are so energetic and enthusiastic as well as a great storyteller, but I believe you could have used more hand gestures and facial expressions and try and change the tone of the voice so that you will look more attractive. People will be bound to listen to you. Otherwise, overall, it is superb. It is superb. You are a great storyteller. Okay. Great. Wonderful. Arpita, Anargya, you have done well. Voice will be more attractive and you have to use your hands. Okay. Spontaneous. Okay, it's Anargya, Sabira. It is Anargya. Mighty Pirate. Ah, yes, Sapna. Very nicely written. I love when you changed your voice, stressed on important words, when you said Mighty Pirate. Use more. Just try to use more hand gestures. It will make you more confident. Overall, great work. I'm looking forward to hear more stories from you. Sapna, very nicely written. Perfect. Okay, rest. I think most of you have written very nicely. Absolutely well. Just make sure that you include a little bit of more positives and little bit of evidences. Okay. If you had added some actions, then it would have been better. Okay. Really good story. I appreciate it, but I would like to see more of your hand gestures. Well done, boy. And a high five. Okay, good. Using a high five is really very good. Sayada. Very nice. Now try to induce some of the evidences part. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. I see most of you are writing Ananya. It's not Ananya, it's Anarghya. Okay. Sabira? Yes, perfect. Use the voice and body language, and it was visible when the child did. Okay, great. Monisha, great. Just add some more evidences. That will be great. Rashi. You deserve a badge? Okay, very good. That's a very good gesture from your side. You can do that. Okay, give me a second. Okay, Sabira has written all the three together. Very good. Now it's fine. Now I understand what you had done. Okay, so I was reading it all in bits and pieces. Janvi, okay. Just evidences are required a little bit. Great story. Make me laugh. Your story and imagination. Okay, Deepshika. Great. Now let me read out a small modeled feedback for Anarghya, which I have written. Now, you have to tell me which part is specific, which part is actionable, and which part of it is respectful. Okay. So please be very careful when I'm reading it. I hope all of you are listening. I see many of the cameras off. Many. Please switch on your cameras, teachers. Come on. My screen number 5 and screen number 4 is absolutely black. Screen number 3 is half black. Please switch on your cameras, teachers. Come on. You are here for your trainings, isn't it? So let me view you. At least I should have an idea. Okay. Let's come on to the feedback that I'm going to. That's absolutely fine. So let me read out my feedback. Okay. Wow, Anarghya, I loved how you changed your voice and emphasized on some special words, especially when you said the first line, mighty pied black beard, and you stressed on mighty. That was absolutely well done. I think what could be improved is use of more hand gestures probably, and that would help you to become more confident and others will pay more attention to you, right? So next time, I would want you to use both voice as well as hand gestures when you are narrating the story, okay? Overall, it was a great work, Anarghya. I'm looking forward to hear more stories from you. Now, you tell me which part of this was specific, which part was actionable, and which part was respectful. Initial part was respectful. First part was specific. Very good. Second part, so next time, that was actionable. And last part was specific. Okay. Deepshika, you have a query? Please unmute. Okay, Archana, very
Just
good.
giving the answer for that the first part where you said that.
Okay, you can go ahead with your answer.
Yeah, the first part where you said about he needs to be specific about the hand gesture and the movements about all this. That was the part of the specific. And respectful was when you said about the great work and explained him about that was the respectful. And actionable is where you showed him like what to do.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, Janvi, yes. Great. So this is how I model the feedback for Anarghya. So the specific part, as Deepshika correctly pointed out, and others you all have written in the chat section, the first part was absolutely specific. Why it is specific? We call it specific because we are taking some portions from his speech or his story, and we are taking it as an example. It's always important not only to tell the reason why I say that Okay, so when I'm saying that you are not using your hand gestures, I need to tell the parents also, I need to tell the child also where he was not using the hand gestures. I have to pinpoint, isn't it? So in order to be more specific, we have to pinpoint, and for pinpointing it, we have to use excerpts from his own speech or story, right? So wow, Anargya, I loved how you changed your voice and emphasized on some special words, especially when you said first line, mighty pirate Blackbeard, and stressed on mighty. Okay, so this part was specific. I think what could have been done well is use of more hand gestures. And why do I tell you to use more hand gestures? Because you will look more confident, right? Actionable would be, so next time I want you to use both voice and hand gestures. This is actionable. Next time what you should be doing. And respectful, at the end, we always ended up with a respectful note. And we say that, okay, overall, it was a great job, Anargya. I would look forward for some, to hear some more stories from you. Great. Perfect. Okay, so let's practice giving some feedbacks now. And this would be the last part of today's session. So I'm not going to create breakout rooms. Usually we create breakout rooms for all of you, but we have very less time left. And I would rather like to see, because in the breakout rooms, what happens most of the time, teachers don't understand that they have to go to the breakout room. So I'm just trying to make it simpler. I'm going to share few videos where you will have to view the child and you have to give you have to model a feedback, a good feedback. So you can use the chat section and 1 second, please give me a minute. Okay, so there are 3 cases, teachers. Case 1 is a student in grade 6. His name is Rudra. I'll just share. Is it visible? Give me a thumbs up if it is visible. Okay.
Hello, my name is Rudra Pathak. Today I am going to speak about the topic saving the nature. Why is nature important? We need to save nature to save life on earth. Life is very important for us. Nature is responsible for all kinds of human activities on the earth. Without the nature, we cannot do anything. The nature has got all the resources that we need for our activities. Well, nature is important for life. Nature, in nature, trees provides us oxygen for life. Oxygen makes life possible. When we breathe in oxygen, the oxygen is taken by the body to produce blood, which is taken as a form of energy and an important source for life on earth. All the living beings use this oxygen, and it is really important. We use nature for our daily routine work. We use nature for cutting down trees and to make furniture. We use nature we cut down trees to.
Okay. So this was case 1. This was Rudra's speech on nature. Okay, so let's start modeling a feedback on the basis of the framework SAR, and let's write in the chat section. Okay, so let's take 5 minutes for this. I'm starting the timer. Anjali, please induce some evidences. Okay, Sonal, start with a positive note and then you can talk about the areas of improvement. More specific about the aspects of nature, like. Okay. I'm very sorry for the background noise. The trees are being cut. I'm really not liking it. Chinmay, okay, great. So we'll not use negative notations like do not. So we will just try to say that, try to avoid filler words if possible. Okay, loved your smile and hand gestures. I think the hand gestures were too jarring. There were too much of hand gestures. Isn't it? Okay, no worries. Everyone has a different feedback. That's absolutely fine. So you were fumbling in between, Shivani. Yes, he was fumbling in between, but instead of saying fumbling, what we can do is we can just tell him that in between, I felt you were a little, lost your confidence and you use some of the filler words, which is not good for your fluency. So for your fluency, we really need to work upon, or you can just say we really need to work upon your fluency so that we can avoid uttering those filler words like or. Okay. These days, feedbacks are more, more important and imperative for a teacher to, impart. I'm still not getting any evidence-based feedback. No mention of nature. No mention of the parts of his speech. I still do not get anyone saying, taking excerpts from the speech. Okay, Muskan, I got a very good feedback from your side. It was great. Rudra, you did a great job putting more stress on specific words like our Mother Earth, nature. Your hand gestures were on point, but you can try to work more on your facial expressions next time. Like you can be more sad when you are talking about the deterioration of our nature. Otherwise, you performed very well. I would love to listen more and more stories from your side. Okay, great. Speech. That was a speech. Okay, Jacqueline, it's good. It's very good, rather. Just take some parts where you are saying that you can use your facial expressions. Which part do you want him to use facial expressions? Okay. Shweta, it's okay. It's just, again, the same thing I would say. Pick up excerpts from the video, from the speech, and then try to give your feedback. Okay, so the 5 minutes will be over. And I'm just reading those out. Choosed. Zuna, it is chosen. Wonderful speech. Resources. Okay, very good. Hiba, very nicely framed. Great. Your voice is highly energetic. Okay, great. I think all of you have done very well. Just make sure that you add little more evidences and, parts of Chetrashri. Yes, okay, you're mentioned. Well done, Rudra. Wonderful. Expressive gestures to stand out. Okay. Use your gestures which can match your words like water. Bensi, after that, just tell the child that he has done well. You have done very well. Very good. Let's see what we can do further. Or I'll wait to hear more stories or more speeches from your side. Okay. So nice, this one feedback. fumbled a bit. Okay, fine. Importance of nature. Okay. Aishwarya, fine. Very nice. Cutting wood part. Okay. Now you all are using evidences from the excerpt. Very good. Perfect. Perfect. Ritu Shri, very nicely written. It's very long. Try to keep your feedbacks short also. Dean, very nicely written. Perfect. Very informative. Okay, very good. Okay, so 5 minutes are over. Let's go back to another case, and that is this student is again in grade 6. So we have already done a senior grade. Should you be doing an adult one? Would that be better for you? I think I should be sharing a grown-up one. So that would be easier for you, you know, to find out the problem.
And I stream on PUBG almost every day. I have always wanted to improve my English, so now that I have the time, I'm finally signed up for class online.
Okay, great, great, great. Okay, now it's your turn, Pranu. You need to remember all these 4 steps. Okay, so now you remember how you gave your introduction in the starting when I asked to introduce yourself.
Yeah.
You told, I'm Pranamika and I have a daughter and I live in Assam and a teacher. It was just a simple introduction. But now you came to know all these 4 steps, right?
Okay.
So, remembering these 4 steps, can you again give an introduction?
Okay. So I'm Pranamika. People call me Pranu, and I am grown up Assam, and my education was finished at Assam, and now I'm doing my job in Assam, and I know Assamese and Hindi clearly, but I wanted to to learn English fluency. And now I'm teacher, but I'm language teacher in Hindi teacher, and I have a daughter. I spending many times with playing with my daughter, and I like to listening music, and I bake cake, and I'm reading. I like to read. I like to read novels and spending time with my friends.
Okay.
Okay, now let us model a feedback for Pranu. Pranamika, her full name is Pranamika, but she likes to be called as Pranu. Okay. Sorry for my voice. Okay, very nicely written, Sabira. Great. Let's write the review of our this one, Pranamika. Sorry. Okay. Okay. End it with on a respectful note, Akash. Nicely written. Pranamika, you have done very well. I like okay, that is Akash, I've already read. Sonal, that was a wonderful introduction, dear. You made an amazing effort, and I could clearly see that you were fluent and could have been more grammatically correct. However, as a beginner, the attempt was very good. Some gaps were evident in the sentence formation. After every word, the kind of pause which was present was more than usual. You could try to say the sentences without pausing in between. Overall, it was a great attempt. Very good attempt, Pranu. Okay, you are saying it was very good, and then you are finding out lots of problems. What was good also you have to say. Okay. Okay, Udit, so if you are saying that it was good, then that also you have to say why it was good. If you say it was good, but then you find out 5 difficulties in the, there was a lot of problems in the speech, I agree. But there was something good, okay? So you have to appreciate also. So you have to find out that particular point where you have to appreciate with proper reason. Okay. Day by day, Harshita, this is the first day you are meeting that person. This is your demo session, right? So you cannot say that you are improving day by day. It's not a class, it's a demo session, right? So the first time you meet the learner. Okay. Okay, work on your vocabulary. Increase the vocabulary sounds a little materialistic. Okay. Okay. Raji, Ankita. Again, evidence-based feedback. I'm always saying evidence-based feedback, okay? Okay, I got one from Madhumita. Very nicely written. You all can read all the chats also. Okay. Shruti. Okay. End it with a respectful note. Devendra, nice one. Just take some excerpt from the speech. I'm reading most of them, Parmeet, Devendra, Deepshika, but I see very less evidence-based feedbacks. Okay, I got one from Muskan as well. Perfect, very nicely written. Stressing on places where you need. Okay, very good, Tanuja. Asha. Great. Filler words. Okay, yes. Just say filler words. Okay, if you say no, it seems as if you are trying to mimic the person. So try to avoid that. Okay, Rutika, Sheetal, Ruchika. Okay, Pooja, very nice. Pranu, you need to work on your pronunciation, like for S, SH in the English, need to improve on grammatical skills like singular, plural, like Assam's, education's, sentence formation errors. These are some of the errors which were there, like I spending time instead of I am. I like instead of likes, A. Okay, actionable, but we shall together work on these weak areas. You are very confident and seem like an eager learner. Very good. Perfect. Cha is difficult for us. Yes, Ritushri. Okay, very good. Empathy is very, very important. Very good. Yes, yes. Madhumita has written to me personally. I should be reading that out. So sorry. I got Muskan's. You should be reading out. Madhumita, right? It's difficult, you know, there are lots of this one. Sabira. No, I did not get this one, Madhumita's. I got Muskan's in my direct DM. I got Bhanupriya. Good to hear from Pranamika and to know that you are keenly interested to learn English. For this, you need to first gain confidence, for which I would be guiding you in this process. Try to give yourself a calm place to concentrate more and get involved in learning. Your attempt is truly appreciated. Good job. Okay, great. Madhumita, yes, yes. Oh, you wrote to everyone. Bravo, Pranu. You worked hard and I appreciate it. However, there are a lot of places where we can work upon and improve your skills. Plenty of scope if improvement in your grammar, fluency, for example. So you all can read that. Do not give me a direct message. Bhavya, great. Pranamika, you have spoken very well. The details you have mentioned are very informative. You gave the step-by-step introduction, which is amazing. The areas to work on must be sentence forming and grammar. Okay. Other than that, everything was perfect. Next time, try to be more confident. I'm really happy seeing you trying. Okay, wonderful. Very good. Okay, yes. Keep practicing. Okay, Suniti, very nicely written. Good. Pranamika, you did great, but you need to improvise on your grammar. As they say, grammar is the rule and regulation of English language. And you need to work on fluency as there was a pause and humming sound. Okay. Bravo, Pranu. I can see how courageously you tried to introduce yourself. I can see how you were trying to speak, but work a bit on your fluency next time. Speak I like, not I likes or Assams. Stop using S. Stop using S. Try avoid using S. With every word, with singular noun, we use S with verbs, not with plural. But I can see how well you have tried, but be more confident next time and try not to use as fillers. Okay. I like when you were speaking, where even when you were not able to speak in a... Okay, that is why she has come. So don't mention that. Please don't mention that. Okay. Rashi, perfectly written. Very nicely written. Great. I have modeled a short feedback for Pranamika. I'll just read out that for you. So great job, Pranu. The way you introduced yourself was very informative and connecting, especially when you mention your name as Pranu, that you want to be called as Pranu. That's really well done. One thing, Pranu, which I would like to share about your intro is that we definitely need to work on your voice modulation and fluency, like the pronunciation of SH as sir. Saying that, I really appreciate the zeal with which you are making the effort. Kudos, well done. And that's how the feedback ends. Also, I know since you all are trying to be elaborate, and that's a good thing. I really appreciate that. But also try to remember that you have very stipulated time in your demo. Try to keep it concise. Like it should not be a summarized format. Of course, it has to be a little detailed, but then try to touch every aspect of your feedback. But also try to take care of the time that you are spending on your feedback. And with that, we are almost done with our today's training session. Let me share the mocks with you. I think Pooja ma'am had some questions regarding mock. So let's see how the mocks are going to be done. All the 3 mocks, I hope you all are done with the video assessment. If you have not completed the video assessment, please do it today by the end of today. Okay, so by 12 a.m. midnight, or I should say 12 midnight. So by that time you have to complete. So you have time the whole day. Yes, I would. Mock 1 senior demo, the deadline is on Friday, 7 p.m. I had already shared it yesterday. Again, I'll be sharing. So these are the 3 mandatory steps to become live. Mock 1, Mock 2, Mock 3. Mock 2, you have an option to choose between junior or adult. You don't have to give both of them. Why do we have mock evaluations? The first reason why we have mock evaluations, so that you can practice before you directly start talking with the parents. The feedbacks that you get is going to help you out in, improving those areas where you need help. And you will be getting a detailed feedback from the team. Also, we will try to analyze the patterns, and we will try to understand the support areas where you need help. So in case if that situation arises, we will be training you accordingly. Okay. When are these due? You can take a note of this, and by that time, I'll just post the attendance sheet quickly. Today's attendance I have already posted in the chat section. Okay, one more thing, teachers. This mock 2, which you see here, please ignore this. Please ignore this. All this is in the teacher's handbook, so you don't need to join any meeting for this. Okay. Now, understand this, teachers. The deadlines, please don't write anything in the chat section. Let me explain it first, then you can write whatever your queries are. Mock 1 is due on Friday, 7 p.m. So once you are done with tomorrow's session training, after the training, you can do it anytime till Friday, 7 p.m. Okay. Once you are done with the mock 1, then only try to attempt mock 2. Okay. After that time, once you complete your mock 1, you will have time. Say, for example, you complete your mock 1 on Friday morning itself. Friday, you don't have any training. You can do you have the whole time, a whole day on Friday. That time, you kindly utilize it for your mock 2. And then mock 3, you have lots of time. You have the whole Saturday, you have the whole Sunday, and then Monday, 7 p.m. is the deadline. Deadline is given. Starting time is not given. So you can do it anytime. Any other questions now? Okay, time slot for mock 2. Yes, the deadline is 8 p.m. So keep it at 8 p.m. Just as you have deadline for Monday and Friday, same is for Saturday, but Saturday it is 8 p.m. Friday and Monday it is 7 p.m. That's the only difference. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we won't have training classes. Monday, you have training, week 2 training, 2 p.m. We can attempt mocks at any time. Yes, absolutely. Just make sure that you are attempting before the deadline. Mock 2, please. Okay, fine. Ignore. Ignore. The deadline, keep it as 8 p.m. Why am I telling you to ignore? Yes, it is a particular time slot which has been given. 3 to 5 and 6 to 8. It used to happen when we used to have meetings. Okay. And it used to happen live. Okay. So in case now since we do not have meetings, everything is given in the teacher's handbook. That is why we have discarded the time slots. The deadline for mock 2 is 8 p.m. Before 8 p.m. Saturday, you have to complete your mock 2. Shruti, ma'am, the PPT to which the assignments and mock refers to are from demo resources. I did not get your point, Shruti. Please unmute. Please unmute.
Ma'am, I'm asking, there was an assignment in yesterday's, like after doing yesterday's workshop, there was an assignment which referred to the slides 3 and 4 of the presentation. So these slides which we have to explain in the assignment is from the demo resources, right?
Yes, the senior demo resources.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
In mock, what will be asked? Open the question paper, you will get to know. How I don't know now. I've not opened it. I know little bits and pieces, but you open it, no? Deadline is Friday for mock 1. Deadline is Friday for mock 1. Yes, Akashji, the deadline is Friday 7 p.m. Before 7 p.m. you should be able to submit. Do we need to choose? It's a slash. Slash means or. I don't need to explain that, right? Slash means or. It is not and. What is video assessment and where to give mock? Parmeet Kaur, please check your teacher's handbook. Video assessment is in point number F, which is mandatory. Today, you have to complete it. Mock deadline is already given on your screens. You can follow that. Okay. And where is it? It is in the teacher's handbook, point number F. Parmeet. Ankita, should we attempt the mock by today? If you can, do it. But I don't think you will be able to. Tomorrow, I will be teaching you the slot confirmation, no? So the first question itself is slot confirmation. If you have opened the mock 1, you would have seen the first question itself is about slot confirmation. If you want to do it, do it. But what if the senior level and I have attended junior level? So you do the junior level. Senior level and okay, Sonal, I don't understand your question. Senior was done yesterday. Everyone has done senior. Today, there was a choice between the junior and the adult. I'm going to provide you the adult one. Okay, I've already provided you the junior one. Week 2 training will be afternoon, ma'am. Why can't it be 10 a.m.? In case if you have a problem, Ashita, yes, there can be a problem. So in that case, just talk to the support. Okay, teacher's handbook, support link. I would really appreciate if you can write your queries over here. Share the handbook again. Yes, absolutely. Deepshika, give me a second, please. Mock 2 will be able to give the mock exam anytime or one Saturday. Rohit, for mock 2, once you complete your mock 1, you are eligible to go for mock 2. Okay. Until Saturday 8 p.m. you have time. Share the attendance and other links for today. I've already shared, Divya. I've already shared. Other links, all the links are there in your teacher's handbook. Attendance, if you want me to share again, I can share it again. No worries. If you have no queries, yes, you can leave. Mock results will be announced next week. I think you all have not seen the day 1, this one clearly. Day 1 was very clear on all these portions, what you have to do in your mock. It was very clear. Please check your schedules once more. This is your week 1 schedule. Today's assignment, it's in the teacher's handbook, ma'am. Adult training link in the end. Yes, I'm providing. Give me 2 minutes. I'm looking for it. Please look at the schedule for this week. This week we have already done for day 1 is already done. Day 2 is already done. Day 3 already done today. Tomorrow you have a slot confirmation call. And after this training is ended, after this training is finished, after this you can start your mock. Okay. Then on Friday, you have 7 p.m. for mock 1. The deadline is there. And on Saturday, it's 8 p.m. 1 second. Saturday, it is 8 p.m. and Monday, 7 p.m. That is mock 3. Okay. Miss mock 1 on Friday. All the evaluation, yes, you have to give all the 3. That will be disqualified, Monisha. If we left something, everything is there in the teacher's handbook. Absolutely, Kriti. Everything is in there in the teacher's handbook. Assignments that we are supposed to complete. Okay. I am going to share adult as well as the junior link with you all. Give me a second, please. Any more question? Please share the quiz and assessment. Divya, it's there in the teacher's handbook. Divya and Raji. All the quiz and assessment link is in the teacher's handbook. Same time, same link tomorrow, yes. Support team, they said the sessions I have missed will be rescheduled to next Monday. Will it affect my mock? Yes. You will have to give your mocks next week, Padmeet. All three after Friday, not after Friday. Rashmi, it's not after Friday. It's before Friday. All three. Okay, no. It's the first mock you have to give before Friday, 7 p.m. Second mock, you have to complete it. The deadlines are given Saturday, 8 p.m. Third mock, the deadline is Monday, 7 p.m. What if we don't clear mocks? Can we leave now? I have not stopped you. You can leave. I've only stopped those who have queries. If you want to go, please. If you want to start taking demos, Romana, once you are done with your mock evaluations, yes, you can start taking demos, but I'm sure you will be facing problems there because the week 2 training is all about curriculum, knowing the curriculum. Okay. So if you miss it, you have to ask the support team that I'm not available at that particular time. Yes. If I give mock 3 after Monday, Parmeet, you're not getting my point. If you give mock 3 after Monday, mock 1 has to be given within Friday 7 p.m. Mock 2 has to be given within Saturday 8 p.m. and mock 3 has to be given within Monday 7 p.m. From where you have to give mock? Aisha, check your teacher's handbook, point F. I've already closed it. Sorry. Can't show. Teacher's handbook, point F. Okay. Support desk said to me, ignore it. Many teachers are facing the same problem. What problem? When will we be trained on the curriculum? Next week, week 2, day 2. Adult video link. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. The adult video link is here. Okay, thank God I got it. Adult demo observation. And this one was the junior demo. No, it's not compulsory. Harshita, week 2 is not compulsory. Okay. Adult junior observation.